Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again. It's a feel-good Friday, and we got a stacked night ahead. A new look, a new vibe, so much to talk about and so much to get into as we bring you WWE Smackdown plus TNA Victory Road plus some Rampage and who knows what else, folks. There's a lot to talk about. I see that chat filling up already. So get in there, hit like, share, subscribe, and all the buttons. Strap in, strap on. Grab your snacks, grab your feel-good, and welcome to the Wrestling for Life Network. Let's go! Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream. We are the channel that just watches more live wrestling than anybody else out there. Back at it again. Looking forward to a crazy night ahead. SmackDown will be upon us in a little bit. We have the pre-show for TNA already kicking off as Kushida and Leon Slater are set to face off in the opening match. But we got lots going on in the wrestling world. Lots to talk about, including a new logo. But an exciting night, 30 minutes, commercial-free to kick this one off. Steel cage match. Where's Roman? Where's The Rock? People are taking pictures of cars in parking lots. But, folks, for the next few hours, you're strapped in with Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and Mr. Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I'm Big Nick, and yes, happy Friday the 13th. Happy season premiere of Smackdown on the USA Network. And like you said, got the new logo, got the new swag. I thought we were almost going to get the fist entranceway, but apparently not.
In honor of
everyone needs a good fisting. Pause.
Everybody reach out to the WWE and let them know we want the fist. Pause.
Yeah.
But yes, Nick, lots of rumors. Even John Cena tweeting stuff out like Roman is all but confirmed to be there tonight. So that's exciting. Jimmy's been spotted apparently. And like I said in my little preamble, you know, people are taking pictures of The Rock's big old truck being like, look, I found it. He's here. So we don't know, but it should be an interesting one. I know some people are scratching their head about this one. You know, the main event opening the show with the steel cage, but they must have something up their sleeve. Plus, there's video out there of KO calling in some help. So who will it be? I still think now, even more than ever, that it might be John Cena and Nick, but a lot of wrestling to get into tonight, sir.
I hadn't thought about that until you mentioned it last night on the Let's Rumble and everything like that. But now that makes really a lot of sense. If you're going to kick it off with the steel cage match, you've got to have something to follow that up with. Now, if that's Dwayne, if that's Roman, if that's remains to be seen, or it could be all of the above, to be honest here, because there's the energy in the air that they're very much going all out hell for leather with this SmackDown.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. I feel like this has a different vibe to it, and we kind of saw it on NXT on Tuesday. Of like, it wasn't one surprise, it was two, it was three, it was returns and debuts, and I feel like they're going to go ham with this, and we're waiting to see if it does come true. We're going to get Carmelo and Andrade part 6, 5, 6.
For something.
4, 7 years
is it ago. A New Hope, or is it The Empire Strikes Back at this point?
Let's go. But yeah, we got a lot. I like this hashtag no more blackouts. I guess you brought that up.
Yeah, that's the best part of SmackDown moving to the USA Network. And that's the thing, though, too, is USA is making this a big deal. Yep. This is the new flagship show. They don't have Monday Night Raw anymore. So now all their emphasis is on SmackDown. And thankfully, I've heard through the grapevine that we're not getting a 3-hour SmackDown. That just because Raw went to 2 hours doesn't mean SmackDown goes to 3. So we're staying at 2 hours. So, yeah.
And that doesn't make sense. And I know there's been people like Triple H who've been a little bit critical of the 3 hours as well, knowing that how hard it is to book that and keep it entertaining. So again, rumor is when they go back to Netflix, that'll be augmented and might be, you know, back to kind of the 3-hour mark, but we'll see what happens as we move forward. But with all that being said, folks, I hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. You're doing well. Again, I see that chat filling up. We're at 71 already, and we're having an insane week here on the channel. So be a part of the fun. Take this link, share it with everybody you know. I don't care if it's MySpace, Facebook, Reddit, everywhere. Smoke signals if you have to.
Carrier
Let everybody
pigeon.
know about the Wrestling for Life Network and make sure we have a party in here tonight. We want triple digits all night long. We will keep you up to date on TNA. We will talk some AEW later tonight, and the emphasis will be put on SmackDown. So we are looking forward to that, and we will say hello to the people in a moment. But yeah, I mean, again, a crazy night ahead. Of course, we've already announced Punk for Monday, Punk for Tuesday as well. Trying to figure out who's going to be the mystery opponent for KO tonight. This match we talked about, and that's it. We've only announced 3 matches. So a lot to unfold here tonight with all of this. And this first match is going at least 30 or close to 30 by the time entrances and whatever the after spill might be.
Oh, and I like it on this type of a show, the season premiere, debut, all of that, to where you've got, very little actually advertised. So what spills out from this match could carry on, make the second, third match, what have you.
Yeah.
It's a fluid show a little bit. Now, granted, shouldn't always be the model. You should still at least advertise at least a good.
Yeah.
But I think up until yesterday, no one would have really guessed that we were going to be starting off with a cage match to begin with. So we God only knows what's going to happen the rest of this night.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's a really good question. And again, I think I saw a couple people like, oh, wrestling fans have to stop developing their opinion before things happen. Like, let things work out. Like, oh, it's so dumb. It's sad that they put him in this cage match. Let it work. We don't know what the plan is. And again, if John Cena is coming back in the main event or there's other twists and turns to this, I mean, it would be silly to kind of go into it with that mindset. And again, I know we've talked a lot this week about, decision making. Even our buddy Bully Ray out there, Nick, saying that, if you think Motor City Machine Guns going to NXT is a bad thing, then you don't know nothing.
Well, to follow that up, though, how do you feel about the rumor? Because we talked about this last night a bit of, I even mentioned it. We'll have the same conversation when the Lucha Bros show up. Allegedly, they are jumping straight to the main roster.
Now, again, like I said, I think there's an exception. Jade was an exception. The Samoans were an exception. So I think if there's something kind of waiting for the Lucha Bros, like if they're going to throw them into like Mysterio or Andrade or something like that, there's something kind of there to anchor them, then there's a rhyme and reason behind it. If they don't have that, then maybe they go the other route. I don't see a problem with anybody. Like I said, legends like Drew McIntyre, Robert Roode, we've seen a lot of guys go
Samoa Joe, Adam Cole.
Yeah. So again, I don't think it's a bad thing. And if the story is true, that NXT is going on the road. They're leaving the Performance Center, that these 2 shows aren't just the only 2 shows, that they are going traveling. They're loading up the trucks and they're hitting the road. They want as much star power on NXT as possible because they want to sell tickets. They want to fill the shows. I know fucking Uncle Tuna Melt came out and said, well, they're trying for 1 million. They're always trying for 1 million, Dave. It's not like anything new. They want to stack the show. It's a big deal, and they want as many eyes as possible. So that was kind of a stupid thing to say for my money. But at the end of the day, yeah, it's not just purely developmental. There's developmental talent there, but they also have the Performance Center. They have Level Up. They have a process. There's a system to all this. But NXT can't just be full of nothing for people to tune into.
Well, or it can't just constantly be building up stars and everything like that. And like I said last night on Thursday, I still, even with Motor City, if they do show up in NXT and debut all of that there, I bet you by the time we get to WrestleMania, they'll be on the main roster and they'll be in a WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They're not there for a long time. We talked about it clearly. That was part of what they agreed to with their contracts and everything. And NXT has to walk that thin line of still being a developmental, like we've talked about, but also being a third brand, essentially, especially new TV deal, new network. We're traveling, we're going on the road. So we've got to have stuff that's going to put asses in seats.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, Leon Slater up and over the turnbuckle to the outside onto Kushida as this match is already kicked off, folks. And again, I will remind you, we are also watching TNA Victory Road. I know our buddy Anthony out there, shout out to Anthony, will be watching this very attentively, and he's going to have an amazing review tomorrow, so stay tuned for that as well.
Right. Oh, Spanish fly into an armbar from Kushida. But should we say hi to the people? Because it's only going to get hot and heavy if we're watching 2 shows out here.
Yeah, 10 after already, or 10 minutes in already. Almost at 100 people, folks. Be a friend, tell a friend. We want to jack this up. But Julian was the first one in the chat tonight. I think you guys meant PM. We're going to skip over the fact. Listen.
Friday the 13th happened, okay? We got struck by Jason.
Right? We do 300 shows a year. This one was set to go early in the morning. And thanks to my buddy Nick, I was notified that, we were supposed to be live at 7 a.m. So we are here at the correct time. I appreciate all the people that showed up in the chat, though. It's good to know that people
have commitment. Yeah, appreciate it.
Cena, I can definitely see, but it might be Orton as a partner, and Roman, Paul, and Jimmy could all return to Screw Solo. That's another actual good point. It could be Randy returning to SmackDown.
That could happen 100%. And the whole talk about Dwayne showing up and everything, I've started to convince myself of where you could put him in. If after Solo loses, if you don't get the Jimmys and the Romans and all of that, after Solo loses and he's like, we're going to fix this, and he's going to be there, and you kind of get that reveal a little bit that he's kind of been the one pulling the strings on this shit.
Yeah, part of me wondered, would it be too soon? But it all depends on how they want to play this out. Like, I thought maybe the Rock shows up and tries to play friendly, like I am a good guy, and we'll see. But part of me thought, no, I could be wrong, and I'll see how it plays out. Part of me thought, like if they do a War Games, maybe the Rock is the guy that swings the War Games in the favor of the new blood opposed to the old blood. And that's where it reveals that the Rock's been behind this all along. But I don't know. That's just a running.
Could be. Well, and do you think that he just comes out and cuts a regular, I'm so happy that SmackDown's on the USA Network, it's after my name and everything like that, and he just kind of cuts a corporate promo and everything, just big it up, SmackDown going to USA Network. That we don't get him getting involved in the Bloodline shit right now.
Yeah, maybe. It's highly possible. I mean, again, it's very interesting, even like with some of the things that are advertised coming up, like, when they say somebody's going to be live at a show, we don't know at what capacity they're going to be there or what they're going to do. So, yeah, I mean, again, a lot of questions, a lot of excitement, a lot of buzz around all this. What's up, Clay Lewis? How you doing? MTB back in the house. Get your Friday the 13th. Get your knee pads. I was going to say get your Friday the 13th knee pads.
Get your hockey mask.
Your hockey mask and your knee pads. Richard, thank you for helping. Welcome, Richard. Kevin, good to see you. Roddy, welcome back. Bonkers, welcome back as well. Any chance of the Rock? We kind of touched on that. Damien, the leader of the Hopium Tribe. Looking forward to all the things. Let's go.
Right.
Looking forward to Josh Alexander versus Joe Henry. That will be a fun one tonight. As we watch both shows and as we transition away from SmackDown, I'm hoping that's when those main events start kicking off at TNA, so we can kind of shift and not watch Rampage.
Fair enough.
Big Nick reminding everybody to check out the Discord. Dawn, good to see you. Welcome back. Thank you for being a part of the fun. Bradley, thank you, and good to see you. Ridge Wallace back in the house. So Cody versus Solo kicking off the show. So we're getting Roman later in the night. No way Roman not on tonight, right? Well, there's no guarantee Roman's on tonight. No one's no one's promised it. And I don't think WWE has officially advertised Roman's presence. However, there's been a lot of clues. So I think a lot of us are hoping that, and again, if you're building towards Survivor Series and such, Roman's got to come back sooner than later. We need a runway.
Right, 100%. You need to start, if you're building to the Avengers movie, you need, Iron Man 1 to come out here pretty soon. Yeah. But still, don't get caught up in the, I want this to happen. Yeah. I think this should happen. I think this could happen. So if it doesn't happen, then, the show sucks. The show's ruined. They never told you it was going to happen. So don't get yourself up, for something that's not guaranteed. So then when it does happen, you get the big reaction.
Yeah, don't get your panties in a bunch because you fantasy booked and you were wrong. That's what we do here all the time, and we're wrong a lot. So it's all good. I didn't say it.
I did.
Kira is in and out of town tonight. So welcome, Kira. Thank you for being here. Christian Power, as always. Season premiere of SmackDown. Looking forward to Carmelo Alvarez. Oh, Carmelo Alvarez, the boxing. I was like, Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah, it sounds like you took a few boxing matches with calling Carmelo.
You know, those boxing pay-per-views are way too expensive. That's ridiculous. What's up, Bash 8? How you doing? Damien says Kushida for the win. Kushida did pick up the win, turning a Spanish fly into an armbar, which was pretty. Just heard that the opening theme will apparently be not bad. Is all. All right. All right.
Well, allegedly, they got a new theme.
When we sync up tonight, we will make sure to put our listening ears on.
Keep an ear out.
Because sometimes we talk over some stuff. But yeah, new theme, new look, new vibe. A lot of rumors out there. Again, I thought I had their new logo. I was ahead of the curve because apparently this is the new logo. Instantly, I know some wrestling fans out there, I don't like it, but I like it. I'm good with it. And if we're
it's very Detroit Lions.
Yeah, but if we're gonna like bellyache over silly stuff like that, we're never gonna get it into the wrestling. So as Jake,
I still like that it's at least it's something new, it's something different. It's a fresh new look, it's a fresh coat of paint on it and everything.
Yeah, you know, differentiate it from what it used to be, and I think that's okay. Jules, welcome back. What's up, Daniel? Emo, SC, Cody Rhodes, and Solo will kick off. Yes, they will. Commercial free, according to Nick Aldis. Trek, by the way, welcome back. Wrestle Pod, good to see you. Good to see you.
Wrestling Proud.
Fit. Sorry, sir.
I said it was Wrestling Proud. You said Wrestling Pod.
Did I say Pod? Proud.
Yeah.
Proud Pod.
Proud. Freddie got fingered. Proud. Are you proud, Dad?
Daddy, would you like some sausage? Team Serena Deeb. Love the name. Love the name. What's up? What's up? Alexis, welcome back. Isn't Victory Road tonight? Yes, we have it on as right now. Hammerstone is teaming up with Jake something in holy shit. Look at this tag team.
Yeah, in the big beefy boy tag team division here, we've got Eric Young and Steve Macklin taking on Hammerstone and Jake something.
Yeah, so, it's gonna be a barn burner of a beefy match.
Nails.
Could we call Hammerstone and something like hammering something? Is that their team name?
I need to hammer something.
I gotta hammer something. Match number 5 between Andrade and Hayes. Dale, the OG, welcome back, sir. Yeah, so number 5. Are they 2-2 or 3-1? What's the score?
God, that's point, so honestly. We'll just say it's 2-2.
Right.
We're at the New Hope stage here. We're on episode 5.
Right. Hey, buddies. Happy SmackDown Victory Road tonight, Friday the 13th. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Vance, I see you. Steve G, I gotcha. Hi, everybody. Teen Serena Deeb up in the house. AJ, it's not, no.
Odyssey Jones. No. But I like Steve G's comment, too, if he was actually able to watch us or watch it in sync with us and everything tonight for the first time, because now it's on USA Network.
Oh, that's right. Oh, shit. I got to.
Yeah, you got to adjust. Hi.
Let me
actually, yeah, I really thank you, because I had my older up actually that ass.
It's funny because I watch the Fox feed because it lines up with you easier
than
the Canadian feed. But now that he said that, I'm like, oh shit.
I literally I had TMZ up on the other side because I had normally I use YouTube TV to pull up Fox.
99 in the chat before the show even begins. We need one more.
We're at 102. Let's get back up to there. Let's get to 110 if we can by the time SmackDown goes live.
Bailey is my role model. Chris, we know how much you love Bailey around here, sir. Sports for you saying, what up, Nick?
Shout out. KJ's here too. But no, I found those dudes on Instagram. So yeah, shout out to Sports for You podcast.
There you go. Byron back in the house. We got Vance, Denisha, always a pleasure. Mike Roos, I see. Who else we got?
Yeah, see, he's proven it. Jason struck the channel here. We got slashed.
Don saying MCMG is thinking long term. They are thinking about life after wrestling. Plus, they still have outside projects. And sounds like they want to transition to trainers, almost like Sean Spears. Again, people have pointed out the history of MCMG, and neither one of us, Nick or I, have ever said a bad word about MCMG. We like them. I like their singles run on the indies. Alex Shelley in particular has been really good on the indies. We love them, but they are vets, and them coming in and like people pointing out like, well, they influenced some of our favorite, like the Street Profits and some of our favorite tag teams over the last little while. Great. Let them teach other kids. And they understand that. And everyone's acting like they signed the contract and WWE went, ha, 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 go to NXT. No, they knew when they signed what the contract was signing for. So they know the process, and they weren't forced to sign. If
It's
they
the
wanted to go
same
somewhere
thing
else,
when any athlete signs any contract with any organization or anything like that. You don't sign a free agent doesn't sign a contract with a team expecting to, be the starter and gets, haha, you're on the practice squad or anything like that.
Down to the farm team. Let's go. Like, what do you mean? Like, that's not how it works. So the people that feel like somehow the WWE is doing a disservice to MCMG was very aware of the parameters. And if it comes to fruition, which we've been waiting weeks for, feels like months actually, then they were fully aware of it. Like, they're not getting duped, guys. They chose NXT/WWE over any other landing spot. That is their prerogative.
100%. And again, like you said, it's still a third brand. Technically, it's still something they're going to be there to where they can, develop and teach other kids and everything. It's the same reason why it was a big deal when CM Punk was showing up backstage and everything like that.
Yeah.
It's now the environment to where these vets come in and they want to teach the new kids and everything. They want to have great matches with them. And there's nothing saying that they're going to stay there for their entire WWE run. It's now they're just in NXT the whole time.
No, they're not.
You've got to introduce them to the general WWE audience.
100%. Also, Dave Meltzer said that they will be putting commercials on Raw, on Netflix. Yeah, I didn't know if Dave was the original source for that. I did hear rumors that Netflix is trying to, because they're getting used to and they're new to the live TV.
Yes.
That maybe there would be some commercials. Again, sponsorship opportunity for everybody. So it could happen. I hope it doesn't, but it could.
100%. And we're used to it, so it's not going to be one of those that it takes away.
Yeah. And that was one of the reasoning from apparently somebody in Netflix of the wrestling fans are used to the commercials. Some of them count them depending on where you go.
We do. Might have an inside betting ring on that shit. You never know.
What about Bobby Lashley going to AEW? Again, highly rumored. I still don't think it's a good fit. I don't know how that would work. If you're going to give Bobby Lashley a mic and send him off into an AEW ring, I don't know it's going to translate.
TNA to me is far and away the better fit of I've seen people throw around the idea of a proposed hurt business, hurt whatever they're calling it now. AEW and everything like that. Yeah, but either way, I don't think it really works out that well. There's no one close to the size or stature outside of maybe a Brian Cage or a Big Pill in AEW that can stand toe-to-toe with a Bobby Lashley. Maybe a Keith Lee, but again, where's Keith Lee? Where's a Wardlow? All your big guys are on the fucking outskirts and everything. And Hobbs, the other big guy that you could have put him with, you want to put him in the same group so they're not going to be a fucking faction or they can't fight each other.
Yeah, if you're bringing in the Hurt Business in some capacity, including Shelton Benjamin and this guy and that guy, they better come in and just run through it. If they better buzzsaw the fucking league. That's the way it should be. Logan, welcome back. Good to see number one reaction. There you go. That was the 69th leg. Get your knee pads, relax. Anthony Stevenson's in the house. Do you think Cody is still getting a new title? I don't know. That's kind of gone quiet. I think the WWE likes their big ornament.
Ornamental is what you were trying to say, not ornamental. Ornamental. Ornament. Yeah, that guy's off to go and get a ornament. But no, I would still at least like to see if they brought back a version of what I've seen kicking around of the Winged Eagle. Yeah. Granted, not my favorite title, but very much a nice homage. And again, it's a nice differentiator. The newer titles outside of the Big W, I personally don't really care for. So,
yeah. Now, big tag to EY and something in the ring. And like we said, a hard-hitting pre-show match. I'm not sure who's tuning into the free preview or the pre-show of TNA, but man, what a tag team match to get us kind of going here.
Absolutely. Well, does your stuff keep freezing up or is it just me?
It must be just you.
Fair enough. Well, you got that fresh, smooth Canadian feed.
Right. Wesley, good to see you. Welcome back. Charlotte Flair. People are still rumored and whispering Charlotte's got to be close.
Could she be tonight? Could she be tonight?
She could be. She could be. It would be very interesting if she was.
Ooh.
But we still got things going on with Bailey and such, so who knows? Maybe we get AJ Styles back. I mean, he did say that SmackDown was the house that he built. Another name we haven't talked about much.
Do we 100%? Like, did he just fall off the corner of the flat earth or something?
Right.
But do we get a whole segment of whose house is SmackDown's? Because think about it. If you have technically Roman's lately had the reins of SmackDown. John Cena's synonymous a bit with SmackDown. That's, ruthless aggression was on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Then you've got the house that AJ Styles built. Then, of course, it's clearly, obviously, the namesake of one Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. So, would we get that whole, like when you get like the Raw 50th anniversary shows and shit like that, to where DX beats up FTR and everything?
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. Big Dog back with us. Good to see you. The Rock could be the one who brings Heyman and Jimmy back. Maybe someone new. I don't think The Rock is going to be that guy. Now, I could be wrong, Big Dog, but I still think that he's on the opposite end of that battle.
Yeah, he's the puppet master, I think, on the other side. He's the reason why Solo feels he doesn't need a wise man.
Sorry, you got me singing.
Yeah, I know. I got you.
Scott, an old friend. Any chance of Mick Foley? There's always a chance of Mick Foley. Mick Foley going to be at GCW. We will be here for that, I believe, in November with Kurt Angle as well.
Yeah, what the fuck?
What a card!
What is wrestling in 2024?
It's insane. Anthony, always a pleasure, sir. Is it just Joe Hendry's contract that is finishing soon with TNA? Josh's is coming up, I think, in 2025. Jordan, early 25. Joe's isn't up. I'm not sure when Joe's is up.
I haven't heard anything about Joe's being up. I've heard Josh is up in February and he wants to test free agency. Jordan, I don't know if she's before that or what, but I know that there's been a little talk about that. Yeah.
As we are about 2 minutes from the start line, I'm going to speed this one up a little bit. John, good to see you. Z-Man, good to see you. We got the OG in the house. I like it. I like it. Boston, gentlemen. How are you, sir? J1, how you doing? How you doing? SmackDown have a brand new theme. We're going to check it out. We want to know if it's any good. Hopefully it's not a Def Rebel song.
Should they use one of the older SmackDown theme songs? Like, do you have a favorite SmackDown theme song, or is everybody just synonymous with the beautiful people?
The beautiful people. Like, I hate to be very generic and very obviously, but I was a diehard Beautiful People fan when I was 16. And then when it became the theme song of SmackDown, I was like, this is excellent. That drum line is always going to reign true as EY. Oh no. Sorry, Hammerstone and something get the win, folks.
Fair enough. Mine froze, but the AC/DC one wasn't bad. And then you had the one that was everybody on the ground. Yeah. Everybody.
All right, we're gonna Steve G. Welcome back. Always fun to talk to you, Alexis. I saw Anthony. Whoop! No, we're gonna skip over that one, Anthony. How you doing? How you doing? Happy Friday. If you know, you know.
What?
Jordan Smith is with us. We got Denisha. Always a pleasure to see Anthony. And again, check out Anthony's review of TNA this week, as he's got a lot to talk about. As after tonight, we will be heading towards Bound for Glory. Plus, we are covering TNA next Thursday, and Anthony will be here live for that one. So we are looking forward to doing an Impact.
Yes, you asked and we listened. So if you want to see us keep covering Impacts and everything like that, then show up and show up, because that's what the show is about.
Polo, no gyms, 316. I see. Bradley, I think we got you. Kevin, we got you. And remember, folks, we have the super chat, super stickers, as we are moments away from the start of the show. Capone's with us. Yes. Triple X juice. I like it. Let's go.
All right.
Well, that's almost everyone. If I didn't say your name, hello, happy Friday. And Nick, I am getting my warning, so you let me know when you're good. As
I'm getting a scare tactics preview.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're new here, Nick and I will sync up. You can do the same as I have then.
I will let you know when I get to then. I have now. Sorry, I'm terrible.
Now.
Things in a way. I have forever.
You were the funniest.
I'll try.
Together.
I have together now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are kicking off a new season of SmackDown. Get in that chat. Give me some flames.
Oh,
what is this?
2, 3, 4. Welcome to the show. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. It's got a little bop to it here. It's different. It's different. You know, Raw normally has, you know, all the, you know, forget to light the morning. And SmackDown's got a little bit of a bop to it here. You got to have a little bop, a little hip hop here on a Friday night.
Not what I expected. Not what I expected. But we are off and running. There is a new theme, a new opening, and a new
Stallion. That's who it is. Holy yo! What? I guess it's allegedly Meg the Stallion.
Is it Meg? I was going to ask if it was what's her face that showed up on NXT. Can't even remember it.
Oh, Sexy Red.
Sexy Red.
No, please no. I thought you were going to ask if it was Aubrey Edwards because we were talking about stallions. As we've got Triple H. Oh, Friday Night SmackDown.
Time to play the game. Yeah, Jason watches out for us, Emo. It goes the other way. We fuck up before he's.
We slip him a $5 bill every now and then, and we're good to go.
What about the game, man?
Well, and did you kind of expect this with this being the debut new network, not just a season premiere like we saw with Raw? We've shifted networks. This is the dawning of a new era, the age of Aquarius, some might say. That we're going to get, Triple H comes out. We got this. We were going to get, this, that, and the third of hyping up that we're on USA now.
100%. And again, not advertised. They didn't say Triple H was going to be here. None of that. We're just, here he is. And I like it. Triple H to kick off SmackDown. Triple H, my GOAT, folks. He is my guy. That's my number one.
When I was a kid growing up, he was the one, wrestling t-shirt that I got. I actually got it from a Stephen Barry's, if anyone remembers those stores. But Roddy, I like that comment of Trips Motorhead still gives you chills. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of, the what's up this song.
Yeah. But Triple H taking in a packed house tonight.
Which, by the way, Victory Road is also sold out, by the way, and we can talk about that at some point.
Yeah, for a lot of people that are naysayers of TNA, and TNA's just, TNA's whatever, sold out. I believe it's around 3,000 people, or 2,500 at least. That's a big show, especially when you have nationally televised programming that are not selling 3,000 tickets to a show.
Well, they sell 3,000, but it's in a 20,000 seat venue and everything like that. So it looks a little bit better prospectively when it's got it's a 5,000 seat venue and you sell 3,000.
Yeah, feels like just yesterday they even got new mics. Nick.
Night. As I got the Hardy Boys coming out. What is the nostalgia in 2024 wrestling? I have do followed by coming.
With the game
following up after it's all about the game.
Mm-hmm. Sold out.
Hey, there's 2 wrestling shows on tonight that are sold out. Guess which one's there's the third one that's not.
Well, keep in mind, and they're in Washington, where someone else will be very soon. Very quick comparable.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Curtis?
The predictions champion, which, by the way, the title is not in line for Victory Road out here, but yes, we need Curtis. We need our over-under on commercial breaks. They fucked with us and took away a half hour, so we need our over-under.
Right.
Ooh,
are you ready?
Armando Estrada signed a legislative.
Look at this.
Pyro!
And let's go. If you're a wrestling fan and you're watching this and you're sitting there right now going, this is lame, you are not a wrestling fan. This is perfect.
No, for wrestling fans of a certain vintage right now, you've got chills, you've got the goosebumps, your nipples are hard, everything, because we've got the Hardy Boys out here on one screen. We're getting Triple H on the other. We're getting a fucking cage match with Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa to start off fucking SmackDown. What is there to be mad about in pro wrestling right now?
No, this is good shit. As the cage is being lowered, did Matt and Jeff show up? They are on TNA taking on Casey Navarro and Top Dollar, Flop Dollar.
Yeah, insufficient funds.
Cole and Graves reunited, and it feels so good.
Yeah, this is just, again, this is Dwayne needs to show up at this point just so he can do the arm slap and everything, because that's how everybody's feeling right now watching tonight.
Yeah, let's go. I just watched some Ring of Honor from this week, and Gaunt's. There was hardly any fans. You know what? I will say this. I did catch part of Ring of Honor bits and pieces, and we're not going to spend a lot of time. We'll save it for later. Man, the righteous, there's people on Ring of Honor that deserve TV time. Like Vincent had that crowd. It might have been a small crowd, but he had the crowd going, right? They love the snap. Like there's the Outrunners. We keep talking about the Outrunners. Eventually, we're going to try and get the Outrunners on this screen here because they deserve their props. They deserve their flowers. They are over.
Oh, 100%. I still, every time I see the righteous and everything, every time I see Vincent and Dutch, I just think of what could have been. What could have been.
Yeah, man. I wish things would have worked out differently, or at least the people that were in charge at that time had enough foresight to still kind of keep them around. But as we are going back, they're running it all back. They're showing the history of the bloodline and how they got to be, how they took out Roman, how they took out Paul, the Ula Fala. How do you say that?
Yes, that is the Ula Fala.
Yeah, I was close.
There you go.
The age of Aquarius is real.
You can have that. I'm a Virgo. As we've got Jeff Hardy and Casey Navarro going toe-to-toe, on Victory Road as well.
Yes. Me and KJ are in the same boat. I absolutely love Triple H. I cried when he was little cause I thought he was retiring. Yeah, you know what? And you know what? This is, if you look at like a wrestling career in whole, the guy, to me, had the best career ever because he took the boss's daughter and made it his whole thing. Now he's goated. He's goated. Not only was he an epic wrestler, but now look what he is.
So I think that takes away from how good he was in the ring. Well, no, I'm saying to some people because of that, it takes away from how good he was in the ring because motherfucker was at times better than HBK.
So such an amazing
technician guy. Literally like the spine buster, everything.
What was amazing
the knee strike and everything.
What was amazing about Triple H as a wrestler was just sheer intensity. You believed everything from him. He wasn't fucking around. But here comes Solo Sikoa.
He had the best psychology out of the clique.
Oh yeah,
the best in-ring psychology, the best mind for the business. I'll say as far as psychology of you at points fucking hated this man, and I mean hated that man. Not, he's an asshole. He's kind of a dick. No, like, fuck you energy.
And he was around in a time where, like, I know fans nowadays get mad of, like, if 2 or 3 weeks in a row, the heel kind of gets over and he's running amok. Triple H would go months and fuck up all your favorites. Like, oh, shit, he's beating up Mick Foley again. Like, he made you wait for that payoff. And that's translating into his creative position now, where the cerebral assassin still reigns true.
That's still one of the dopest ass nicknames. Like this man took the game and the cerebral assassin. The man had a dope ass mind for marketing.
You know, Survivor Series pretty much sold out in Vancouver. I know a lot of people talking about, the pricing of stuff, but as long as they keep selling out, tonight's a sellout. They've had like 51 sellouts in the last 54 weeks or some shit. Like, again, it is what it is. It's a hot ticket, guys.
Supply and demand a little bit. 100%. John, what up? Papa Paul. Hardy Boys for the win. Brandon, what up? Oh my God. KJ Nick Umana. Umanga's manager just signed a letter deal. It's happening. Ooh. Zilla. That'd be interesting as fuck.
Well, again, and there's still Herculeo and Lance, and like we talked about this. The Tonga twins want to come. Pause.
Well, and it's funny because complete side note of obviously when we were here last night and everything, I was still watching the Bills, Dolphins game and everything like that. And the Dolphins quarterback got concussion. Hopefully it's on the mend. No one wants to see that. But his name's Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah,
I know how to pronounce it and everything. My neighbors were trying to talk to me about it and everything like that and couldn't pronounce it. And I said, I know how to pronounce all the Samoan names because all the fucking Samoan wrestlers and everything. So I was like, that shit just rolls off the tongue at this point.
And we won't dive too far into T's and P's out to him right now, but it's always scary when someone gives you like the fencing, like the Frankenstein. It
was so interesting. Actually, he's one of my favorites. Like if I had like guys who were in wrestling that I would just were my favorites that maybe were pretty much jobbers. Chris Nowinski, who did so much great research with concussion protocols and everything like that, was the one that was like, yeah, this is like a scary one. So yeah, T's and P's, and yeah, I'll leave it at that.
It feels so fucking epic. Like
this feels like the beginning of like a backlash or something now.
Yeah. Like, I know we're marking out a little and people, but this is why we sign up to be wrestling fans, is this energy, a sold out crowd, lights, pyro, energy, superstars. It feels big. It feels grandiose.
Well, and then the marking out for shit. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I get hyped if I'm sitting there and it's a big football game. I'm sure you do. Like, it's a big hockey game or anything like that. 100%. You want to get hyped for the fucking game you're about to watch and everything. Yeah. And God damn it, if this ain't what we about to watch. Like, you get hyped for whatever show, whatever sports you're watching. So, to me, it's not marking out, but yeah.
Alicia Taylor giving the roast.
Oh,
Cody
is about to try and hit a swanton bomb. Oh, fuck.
It's crazy. I know there's a lot of Cody detractors, but that comes with the territory. As you climb up the ladder, you find more haters. Trust us. We're finding them by the day.
They hate us because they ain't us. They do what we do because they can't do what we do.
Well, I'm a TikToker. Like 20 people are watching you right now. The 4K camera is fucking sweet. I agree, man. Like this kid
always makes that huge fight feel like same thing. Like when UFC does it, the lights go out. It's got that same type of vibe, same type of energy.
And the camera to me really gives me an NFL vibe. I don't know. Like I know, like we talk about this, but like. That like almost like the way they like when they're introducing the players and that, like it's got that dimension to it.
Because that's when they'll do the 8K and they'll do that on like some of the celebrations and everything like that as well.
Right. This match is undeserving of a PLE. We had the PLE and it was uneventful. I don't mind the match on cable.
And that's fine. Really. That's 100% why they're doing this. And that's why it's here, because we weren't going to get this at Bad Blood. This is God damn. And little Nate is the ref too. Yeah, Nate is like, you feel like you're fucking there. Like I can just touch the wrinkles on you, sir.
Like little Nate is this generation's Earl Hebner.
Yes. Honestly.
Right? He's taken over the throne of the ref. Like when
he doesn't sell merch outside by the fucking docks or anything like that.
Hey, the twin switch was one of the best ever. The legit one where people didn't know which brother was which. With the
I like this real quick from Lisa Smith saying, new season, same grind with a wrestling for life. Let's freaking go. 100%. It might be a new season for them, but it's another day for us.
Right. And we've been flirting with 120, 130. Let's get that number up, folks.
As we're underway, we've still got the Hardy Boys and insufficient funds going at it as we're underway with Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa. So give us your predictions on all the matches, any of the matches, or at least Solo and Cody.
Yes, and right now there's a poll up. 76% of the people in the chat believe the OG
Joe Hendry
OTC is going to be here. And Joe Hendry.
There we go.
As we are off and running. And listen, there's been cage matches debated in the past. This is what I want to see, and I hope they deal. But it's got to feel like a match within a cage, not just a series of spots, a series of moves.
But
it's got to feel like a fight.
Like.
Oh, shit!
Oh!
Yes!
How that steel taste?
Solo knows the faceplant, Nick, and then eats steel for it.
Yeah, but still, hey, we've got the same spot like we got with Hangman and Swerve. But guess what? It feels like it means a little bit more because there was shit building into it.
Yeah, and plus this, if you the ear test. The ear test is
the crowd went fucking dead. The commentary went dead for that match.
The commentary didn't know what to say. Poor JR. Oh shit, Cody
Was that true
around.
with him? But
Awkward.
I guess Damien, I will call them first class.
Who?
Flop dollar, insufficient funds.
Yeah. Matt in the ring right now. If anybody's just tuning in, we are watching two shows at the same time.
The
That's
Samoan hip in Cody's head right against the cage.
That's rude. Look at this bounce. And look, he caught up on the top rope there. Grabbed his leg instantly, folks.
Should we just call that the Tua from now on?
Yeah, maybe. Fox would have already had blackouts. They're chanting OTC in the building, Nick.
What were they just chanting? Because I got silence. I didn't get blackout.
OTC.
Why did they black it out? Or they didn't black it out, but they censored it out on my end.
Oh, I didn't hear a censor. Maybe I missed something. Were they chanting "FU Solo"?
I don't know, but I heard just silence because I had on mute and I had USA up, and I just didn't hear any audio except for us.
Come on,
so the Hardys pick up the win.
The Hardys won.
Yes,
the Hardys are going after that tag belt though.
Cody's got color.
Yeah, they're up next. We need Roman. The people are chanting his name every time they see Solo. And this is where some people, like, I know we got one friend in the chat. We debate Roman all the time. And people say, oh, they're shoving Roman down our throat. The fans are demanding Roman Reigns. As Cody trying to get out.
Right.
Oh, okay. So MDB got a censor as well. I didn't hear it. USA is muting.
Yeah, okay. So I don't know what they were chanting, but they muted something. I don't know if it was the OTC chant, which would be fucking weird. But yeah, I only heard like us. So
Cody's bleeding. Cody's bleeding.
I told you he had color.
Oh, I missed it.
Odd saying I predict shenanigans. And we can't miss your second favorite box out there, Geekbox, saying, yo, Wrestling for Life boys, how's it all going? Let's get people in the chat. I think we got plenty of people in the chat. Let's see if we can keep this thing going and growing and rolling and all of that. Because we're at 135 right now. How many likes are on the stream right now?
As we are cooking out the gate, folks.
We're at 102 likes on the stream, and we got 136 people watching with us. So I think at least 34 people need to go and hit that like button, hit that bell notification, hit that subscribe button. Because Christ, my birthday's in about a week now, folks. So let's see if we can at least hit 6K if we're not going to hit 10K. But goddamn it, we deserve it. We need to hit 10K.
Fast, Nick. It's moving fast. Let's get to 10K for Nick's birthday.
Yes, good.
Now, do you think getting Juice in the first match is the USA Network and the new season sending a message real quick that we ain't on Fox no more?
We ain't fucking with Fox. No, not at all.
Listen, I shared this stream on social. Gilly, that is amazing. I know we butt heads sometimes, but we appreciate the love. We really do.
And I'll just say this real quick as Victory Road's about to go with the tag team. Or no, they're just running through the card, but we've got Solo wiping the blood on his stomach and everything like that. And this is the same, they came from Fox, the same company that everyone thinks AW is going to go to. It's going to be a fucking seizure warning for Shockwave. That's why it's going to be called that, because it's going to give people a fucking shock. How much they're just censoring everything out. If you're telling me, USA's even stuff. Oh, power another.
And you know what?
Leaving him hanging.
I like the fact that Solo's in there looking like a badass right now.
Yeah, because it's been a contested topic between you and I will admit, of whether Solo's really the guy or if it's Jacob's the guy and Solo's just there.
Yeah. I still like how the Samoan, they got fucking noodles of steel.
Yeah. It's the old wrestling trope of you never headbutt a Samoan.
No.
No one expects the Spanish Inquisition, and you never headbutt a Samoan.
Syringe spot.
Wait, we haven't even gotten to the goddamn cinder blocks or the Hawk Tui spot yet. So,
oh shit!
Cody, I've always found that weird.
Cody from the cage,
off of midway of climbing up the fucking cage. Goddamn, 1, 2 count.
Wow. We're gonna try to stick to the action here, folks. So we might not say too much to the chat, but we are definitely going to call the action.
this is how, folks, we do have the super chats, the super stickers, the memberships, all of that. We do have ways you can show up because that's what the show is about. And you can make sure you get your comment read because, yeah, we're going to 2 shows. And God damn it, if this isn't fantastic. Over under commercial break 7. I'm taking the over. They'll somehow still at least get 8.
Cody got a limp. Cody's selling that leg nicely.
I've always found it interesting with cage matches, though, if you got to climb out. Like, you got to avoid the confrontation to win.
Well, and again, you were always taught you don't run away from a fight, right? So it's kind of a bit of a funny thing of like, why are you leaving? Just beat his ass. But
yeah, it's supposed to keep all the outsiders out and everything like that. So it should just come down to you two, just who's the better within the confines.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's a rule that's as old as the match itself. So I accept that.
Yeah.
Nah.
As we're getting Zachary Wentz and Speedball out here. So we're getting the X Division match right now. So we're starting off. This can't be the first. No, this is the second match so far on, obviously, on Victory Road, as we just had the Hardys matches. We're fighting on top of the cage right now, folks. Where's Wardlow to hold up the TNT title and just, celebrate at the top here? Because that's the last time he was seen or relevant.
Solo getting bopped off the top of that cage, slipping down.
Just fall.
If you guys do want to make your predictions on the X Division title, which is up for grabs right now as well, there's action everywhere, folks, and nobody covers it like we
do. Superplex off the side of the cage. Solo on the Cody. Good. Googly moogly. Shuggy duggy quack quack.
It's how you make a steel cage match exciting, fun, and interesting without bullshit.
It feels like an actual match versus spots.
100%. There's not a whole lot of standing still.
Right.
To me, the syringe spot was the most untasteful spot on the pay-per-view. It was unneeded and used as a shock value, and it backfired. I agree. And there's still people out there that want to make excuses and stand up for it. And some well, I'm not even getting into the fucking stars, but some person praised it, and he really should know better.
Oh, I haven't seen those ratings yet.
Oh, they're fucking disgusting. I got a lot of heat for shitting on them today.
Oh, well, I need to try and find them then. We'll talk about that. But yeah, no, to me, that match was arguably one of the worst matches I've watched in pro wrestling.
Mm-hmm. This is awesome, Chance. The door's open.
Right. I like to
oh, spinning Uranagi. That's a rock bottom.
Yeah, 100%.
That's a rock bottom.
1, 2 go. This match is 10 times better than the SummerSlam match. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Gilly, not only that, why do you have your biggest babyface lose on back-to-back pay-per-views? Listen, we've talked about this umpteenth times, and we can still go for days upon days with this. That will be a black mark in the history of AEW's, lineage and everything. That'll be an asterisk mark. That'll be something that they want redacted because that did more harm to the company than it did any semblance of good.
Yeah, and there's a select few out there that's all you needed to do to make the match. Like, to them, that made it an amazing match. Spike! Blocks
it! Punches! As we've got Wentz with an armbar rolling through.
This is a fucking great start to this show.
This feels like the main event. It feels like the main event, and it's the goddamn start.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Another one! Cody Cutter!
As Wentz with a tope. God, googly moogly, everyone, and everybody's diving everywhere. Two go.
Could be.
Yeah. Well, I saw Anthony earlier in the chat of saying, I can't watch 2 shows. How do you guys do it? We watch 2 shows, 3 shows, 4 shows, and do this. Yeah. We got, like I said, we're going to start to evolve to where we've got the iguana eyes and everything, to where we're just looking at everything. Cody's selling is it the back or is it the leg?
Back, the face, like he's
everything.
He's selling like he's been beat up as he goes for the crossroads. Solo says, back into the corner.
Oh, nobody! Oh, why did you drop down, Cody?
I think he fell down.
Yeah, but still. Speedball control is Solo going up to the top rope.
They must have a plan. They must have a plan, JV. I fucking hope they got a plan.
If this is the start, you better fucking follow it up pretty goddamn well. Solo win. Could you have fucking imagined?
Samoan splash.
1, 2 count.
What a fucking match. One little, 2 little, 3 little wrestling shows, 2.
Right. Is it just funny to me? And this almost just proving a point without needing to prove a point of they're doing a cage match and it's a fucking phenomenal match. We're out here going over the moon about it. The other show did an unsanctioned, lights out, steel cage match and everything. And it turned more people away and disgusted more people.
Maybe we'll wait till a commercial to dive into to go back and forth deeply about this, Nick.
Yeah.
But again, this to me speaks volumes. And I know some of the modern wrestling fans and some of the tribalists don't want to hear it, but there's a simplicity to wrestling if done right.
It's not hard to do, but people overcomplicate the shit out of it.
Oh shit! Oh!
Yeah, Cody's gonna call out the fucking
wake up, Solo! Get him!
Tag him!
Solo almost got caught napping. He almost asked that man to the ring.
Crossroads!
Little Nate's selling the shit out of it too.
Two go, and he just gets the shoulder up. See, it's not that over dramatic shit. It's just.
Free if you subscribe to TNA Plus. We're watching it on Triller as well. That's also an option. Really cost-effective show. I think it was like $12, $13.
Yeah. Not that $50 shit like AEW.
Listen, we spend so many hours, guys, and you know it. Like I said, I don't lie when we do 300 plus streams a year. We do it because as kids growing up until into our adulthood, when wrestling is done right, it is a beautiful art. It is a beautiful thing. It's no different than theater. It's no different than your favorite movies, your favorite shows. There's a beauty to it. As Cody going back up.
Right? Yeah, 100%. It is still an art form. It's a performance. It is still athletics. It is everything that you like in TV shows and everything you like in sports rolled into one nice, neat little package. But don't tell me he's about to do some dumb shit of like, I could win, but I'm going to just jump off that dude. Yeah, because he's up there and he's looking back
at do the moonsault. No fucking way.
He's up there. He's looking. He's turning away. Crossbody! 1, 2 count. 2 count.
Grabs his head.
It's so great because it's not like the big like, or clearly it's at 2 9 3/4, and they're just like,
ooh. And huge shout out to Michael Cole. The minute he turned around and got up there, Michael Cole starts losing his mind. Not like this. Don't do it. Oh, my God. I love it. I love it.
Michael Cole is someone that if you took a regular Attitude Era fan or like guys of our vintage, like Michael Cole initially hated him. Couldn't stand him.
Yeah.
They're insufferable. And now he is the voice of WWE television. And it makes sense, and he's come miles from where he was. Cody calling in the corner as both men down on Victory Road here.
AB, are you serious or are you just being funny? I don't want to answer you until I know if you're being sarcastic or not.
Fair enough.
AEW is beta. Beta is what you meant to say.
Beta, yeah, exactly. Beta. They're a beta fish. Yeah.
Crossroads.
1, 2, 3.
It's over.
Shenanigans? No, nothing at least so far. But right at the 30-minute mark, right as we're going into probably a commercial, Cody Rhodes gets the win over Solo Sikoa.
And that puts to bed Cody and Solo. And
allows that has to. That's done. That's dusted. Let's move along.
And again, what I would recommend to people to do is take the cage match we saw on Saturday and put it side by side and watch both cage matches together. And just the energy alone can't be denied. People might want to ignore it, but the energy in that building for that was amazing.
And we're not even going to mention how one's a pay-per-view that costs you $50 and one's on TV.
Yeah.
Want to know WWE? As they're replaying the Crossroads, and
I like it. Solo kicked out of one Crossroads, but did not kick out of two. But it took 3 to beat Roman. And it took 3 to beat last time, actually.
Well, and then they're even replaying the crossbody off the top and everything like that. As now we've got Tama Tonga Cross.
Here we go. Here we go. They're climbing like madmen.
We're waiting here at the end of this.
Holy shit.
Fucking run.
Solo's back up.
As now we've got literally the rest of the bloodline popping in here. So we got to get somebody out here to help this.
Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen?
The thing is, though, is because they've changed up Roman's music a little bit. So when it hits, you're not exactly going to be able to.
We know it is this time.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to be any worried. But I don't think we get him first. We might get Jimmy first.
We're going to get Uso.
That'd be huge. The place will go unglued. Solo! Oh, no. Jacob! Moonsault!
Jacob Fatu hitting the prettiest moonsault ever.
Just doesn't sound the same.
the Samoanist moonsault ever.
That works.
Right. Well, he's going up top to the top of the cage. This man's about to hit a fucking moonsault from the top of the cage. Are they going to decimate and take out Cody Rhodes?
Coming around for the splash. Coming around for the
splash. Fair enough. I wouldn't trust that either. But yeah.
Here we go. He's back.
The OTC in the cage.
Let's go. The OTC is here, folks.
Now you can still do the shit while he's coming down. Like, no, you don't need to stop. You don't need to do the Mustafa Ali and just sit there and stand and look at him while he's coming down. But yes, Roman Romulus Reigns. Yo. The original tribal chief. So there, we've got it stamped official like a referee whistle. But the fucking Michael Jordan right now of pro wrestling, the goat amongst goats. And we're even John Cena's calling this man his personal goat. Roman Reigns out here. And he's got a little more gray and a beard out here. He's a little Rogaine for men, out there just showing the wear and tear. The weathered tribal chief.
As they are waiting for him to enter the cage. Now he's seriously outnumbered.
Just jump them up. Like, this is so awkward to like fun. Well, I get it, but to me, like in logical sense,
cage, big pop.
Yo, as he's just walking through him, and I mean, I get it, it makes sense. But I'm saying, if you're the bloodline, just jump the motherfucker. Like, why are you just sitting there watching him? Just whoop his ass. Just jump him. You don't need to sit there and wait for Superman to land before you can throw a fucking shot at him. Solo's now fucking, you've got to get somebody. You've got to get the troops rallied. Do we got ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman.
Here he goes. Solo all over him. They're down.
Oh, I got censor again.
I'm not getting anything, and there's nothing to censor.
Superman punch! The tribal chief is taking over Friday Night Smackdown and this steel cage.
Roman setting it up.
Wow. Oh, Jacob's just grabbing Solo. Just get the hell out of Dodge here.
Here we go. Give me the twins. Not a fan of Roman's new theme. That's like the WrestleMania remix. He's calling on Jacob.
Hey, let's go. This is what I want to see. Give me this. injected into my veins of Jacob Fatu versus Roman Reigns. A throwdown for the ages, says Corey Graves. We've got Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns right now in a WWE ring, looking eye to eye, saying toe to toe.
In time, Gilly, in time. Oh, now Solo.
Oh, now Solo's like, nah, bitch. Yeah, but Tom.
Oh, wait a minute.
I was gonna say, so are we gonna get the Gorillas of Destiny versus Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes at some point tonight here? Because those are the two people left still in the cage with Roman and Cody.
Go back into a match after this match. Even
I don't know.
Maybe
Cody's firing up.
Bring it back
between Roman and Cody. Crossroads.
Wait. I'm with you, AJ. I'm with you. This is wrestling. Two of the biggest rivals standing tall side by side.
You think you're special. I have to beat you, Roman. We're getting a little stared at a look over the shoulder. This is Superman meets Batman right now.
OTC chants have taken over the building. This is excellent. Eating good. No doubt.
As we cut to Jacob putting the Ulafala onto Solo and doing and Roman's like, bitch, that's mine. I'm coming for that.
Yeah. Oh, maybe Cody versus Roman. Cody and Roman versus Gorilla Destiny. Is that bad blood?
No.
Why?
Cody's hometown. Does he feel like the short man with the stick?
No. He's
over.
He's the champ.
I thought she would have done a title defense versus a tag team match, but either way, it works. I hadn't really thought about that. I think that they'll make sure to get Cody on the card because it's in Atlanta.
Yeah, this is really like Superman versus Batman. Wow, unlike. Okay. My focus is on TNA. Well, TNA is still having a very good match. So I know we haven't talked much about TNA with everything going on, but we do have Speedball going to the top ropes, and we're going into our first commercial break here on SmackDown. Yeah, we're rolling along.
Right.
My TV lose up. I never lost a second of audio, so I don't know where people are getting the glitch.
It's US again.
It's not a single glitch.
Right. And that's fine. You are in Canada, sir. You're in a different country. Everybody that's watching it in the US has had to where at least they don't just black out the entire visual and audio. I'd rather just still be able to see everything and not hear whatever chant. Yeah. I'm more of just like, what
they weren't chanting anything.
Creative chant am I missing?
But they weren't chanting anything. Like as the fact that we got censored, like there was nothing that happened that was censorable.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Tony Khan, take notes, says Lisa. Absolutely. Yeah.
No cinder blocks, no needles, no chairs, none of it. Just a straight up, solid, outstanding, highly entertaining 10,000+ people on their fucking feet. And again, you can say whatever you want. You can have your favorite wrestling all day of the week. But the energy in that building, you can't take away from it.
Not at all. Not at all. Not a late match, very good match. But yeah, I guess everybody is that saying that, has USA Network, what have you, is saying that they got, I'm not alone in this, at least.
Yeah, my audio has been fine also. Yeah, it's so weird. Maybe, I don't know. It's the weirdest thing.
Big knee by Zachary Wentz.
And
then hits her a blunt force trauma, actually. 1, 2, go.
But ladies and gentlemen, we roll on. SmackDown is in a commercial. I have no idea what's next. We are also watching TNA Victory Road. And again, you can get in the chat, give us a prediction on all these matches. Plus, give us your prediction. Your rating out of 10 at the end of the night. Do not miss a moment. We got lots more coming your way and lots more to get into. Plus, we are here all week long, almost every single week. No, actually every single week for all your favorite wrestling and more.
Often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated.
Bailey just won. Mike Bailey just won.
Holy sugar honey iced tea.
The action doesn't stop.
Literally. This is why we do what we do, because other people can't do what we do. While we wait for commercials, here's an idea for Bad Blood. King Kong Bronson Reed versus Braun Strowman Godzilla 2, but this time it's going to be a last man standing match. That's not actually a terrible shout, Christian. Of you get the two giant kaijus going at it here.
Yeah, I'm down. There's still a rivalry, a story to be told between those two, clearly coming out of Monday as Mike Speedball Bailey is your new X Division champion.
Yo.
Anthony got his way. I think we all thought Wentz was going to win just because of the relationship going on, but what a match.
100%. I thought that was my main decision here. And praise be to Jesus and whatever deity you believe in, everything like that, of Alicia Edwards. We don't get no Alicia because Alicia Edwards is physically unable to compete tonight. So we get Tasha Steeles and Masha Slamovich. So this right now is about the most that I get to have to deal with Alicia Edwards, as we've got the system on screen right now. Very, very patriotic right now. Is it insane, though, to think that WWE has still been cooking at the pace that it's been and still has rounds like this with Roman Reigns to pull out just in the chamber? Mm-hmm. Like, we're already whooping your ass, and I could still keep whooping your ass.
Just loading up. Like we said, like they start off with this, and we're like, oh, shit, I hope they can follow it, but let's go. Like, I mean, again, I think they can. Like, we don't know what we're going to get. We could get Cena tonight. We could get Randy Orton tonight. Like, we could have a Roman match tonight. Like, we don't know.
Right. And so, okay, so we're getting Matt Cardona and Steph D-Lander versus PCO and Rhino.
Nick Aldis.
You.
What has he got up his sleeve, Nick?
An ace of spades.
Ace of spades.
The ace of spades.
They're sequestered. Way different than Pierce. Hey, the Wyatt symbol right next to his head.
Yep. What?
Look, go back that way.
I'm trying. I can't make the camera move.
I know.
I thought this was supposed to be like mystery opponent for Cardona and everything like that. But instead we're getting PCO and Rhino versus D-Lander and Cardona. Yeah, so Never Play by Megan Thee Stallion is the official theme of Smackdown.
Yeah. I think Fatu will beat Cody non-title, making Solo jealous. Not yet, but maybe at some point. But I still think you need a solidified new blood.
Right.
But, Mia Yim in the ring.
Yeah.
Mission.
Now, if only there was a wrestler called Airy.
What's that?
I said, now, if only there was a wrestler called Airy.
Yeah, right. Has Mission taken on Piper Nivens, folks? Who's going to win this one?
Now, this begs the question, is this the follow-up? Is this a good choice of a follow-up to what we just had? And you've got Piper Niven taking on Mission. Chelsea Green just eats a head kick. Just thanks for coming. Yeah. So
it's kind of what you talked about when we were arguing about AEW and what happened there is, like, you have all this chaos. You breaking the ring back up. Nick Aldis says we're not done yet, and then you do kind of have that bit of that breath.
You need to have people assemble themselves, gather themselves. Ooh. You can't blow up vocal cords out the start of the gate here. Piper with a cannonball.
Let's go. Front flip, taking out Mission. Matt Cardona's here, though. Shit, there's shit happening everywhere, folks.
Right?
Nick Aldis for president. So both groups have been sequestered to their rooms, and Nick Aldis says we are far from done. So let's see what they got up their sleeve.
Tag team match. Gorillas of Destiny versus Cody and Roman Reigns.
I can't imagine Cody agree. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's part of the story, but Cody being thrown in.
Roman's got to find a partner, and that's when you get the Jimmy. So
maybe.
What the fuck?
I saw it. You saw the. Did anyone else? I wasn't crazy, right? The Wyatt 6 logo was right behind Aldis's head. The Venus or whatever the fuck it is.
The
Mercury?
caw, the bird, the crow. Right. Yeah.
Solo and Jacob versus Cody versus Roman at Bad Blood. Solo and Jacob versus Cody versus Roman. No, and Roman.
Fatal for
that would be good. I'd be in for that. And Mission gets a win.
Mission picks up the win. As this is interesting, what D laid out here of very much looking like she's being sequestered, of she's having to wear the property of Matt Cardona shirt.
Yeah, we got Matt Cardona and Chelsea Green on the TV at the same time, just different TVs.
And different companies, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's an evil seagull. Inverted cross. That shit I don't like about the Wyatts. Well, how do you be an evil, crazy crew without evil symbols? So I don't think that should be a problem, Gilly. Yeah, there you go. I'm not crazy. Why would they do that, though? That's interesting.
Could be. Just, teasing that they're omnipotent. They're not brand specific. Is it interesting that every woman in that match, specifically had blue attire, just so happened to be?
Right. Up next, we're getting, holy shit, this is not the main event. So what are they doing tonight?
Yo!
Ladies and gentlemen, up next, KO and a mystery partner to take on the douche canoes known as A-Town Down Under.
But see, this is what makes pro wrestling great, is that they're giving us all the good shit right at the gate. So you know that they're going to have more good shit on the back end. You're just waiting to see what it is. And you're waiting with bated breath and anticipation. I have no idea at this point what they could be giving us.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, it's throwing darts at a fucking wall and hoping that something sticks.
MDB, pick me up some. Let's go.
Yeah, I have the missus is from New Jersey, and she's warned me about White Castle. You love it when you're having it, and then you immediately regret it because you're living on the porcelain god.
Right. I hope Nick Aldis match sometime. Nick Aldis can still go, so maybe.
I'm surprised we got a Nigel McGuinness match, or we're gonna get a Nigel McGuinness match before we get a Nick Aldis match.
Interesting, right?
Seriously, really interesting.
And I love that we're gonna get a Nigel match. I just wish people knew how to write.
Give it time. I wish that was the swan song. A Wrestle Dream after, say, Danielson's lost the title, and you give it, almost a month to build, and you can go through the whole story of their rivalry and get really fucking into it, of everything that you have Danielson is what should have been mine and everything. You can get all the crazy awesome video packages and everything, versus we might get something on a Rampage, on a Collision that no one outside of us watches. We'll get it, maybe one thing on a Dynamite, and then we'll go back to Collision and Rampage, which again no one but us watches, and that'll be your build for that match. When this is a match that deserves a month's build, a pay-per-views build, deserves the fucking pomp and circumstance behind it.
Absolutely. KJ and Nick, what if Roman's swerving everyone? He took too much of a beating for that to be a swerve. You don't kick the living shit out of him and then take over his tribe and beat up his wise man and then, just psych. So, yeah, I find that highly unlikely.
Yeah, that's always the weird, harebrained idea of, I'm going to let you beat the shit out of me, but because we're friends. No.
Mm-hmm. Anthony had a comment. I still don't understand why Steph didn't they advertise Steph and PCO versus Cardona and a mystery?
Yes, that's what I said a couple of times, and that's why I'm surprised we're getting to ears. We're getting a long Steph promo.
So
she's coming out here as she's wearing a property of Matt Cardona shirt.
Yeah, so it's Cardona and Steph versus PCO and Rhino, which that's not really cool.
You have the gore and the whore. What? Cardona for the win. AW take notes. Now book a show. Fair enough. What organization was Nigel a big deal in? I don't know. Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor. So he was big in England as well, of course, from when coming up. But yeah, Ring of Honor was his big heyday.
Yeah, he was one of the OG triple OGs in Ring of Honor.
John C. KJ, can we possibly plan a Wrestling for Life event in Vancouver, or is that going to be too much of to plan? Not yet. One day. Nick and I have big plans and big ideas, and we're working towards that. And yes, Vancouver is going to be a bit of a trek for both him and I, being that we're on the opposite side of the continent.
The globe. But no, 100%. Honestly, if any of y'all are going to a show and everything like that, like it would still be super dope as hell to even see if some of y'all all live in a region, what have you, and are going to a show together to see a Wrestling for Life network meetup, what have you. Like I know.
So we're running through like the history of some SmackDown, going back to the old days, 2001 up to 2022. Eddie and Ray from the past, loving it.
Yeah, but I'm talking Victory Road. Hey, RVD! The fear I see in the back of your mind makes you believe.
Hey, Vicky!
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Like you said, this feels like a reunion show, Nick, an anniversary show.
Yeah, this is. Gunther. Well, because you mentioned it earlier about people showed up on shows and it was teased that Gunther was going to show up here, but for the most part, he's going to be out there for a dark match, allegedly.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So just on Victory Road, we had D-Lander and PCO just walked off together, and then Cardona just like nut kicked and kind of beat up Rhino. And so that's that. Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't my favorite, Anthony. Like he booked it.
That's bad. That's bad. That's really, really bad.
Christopher Cox, American Dragon versus Nigel. Yeah, it'd be great, except that American Dragon was supposed to fight someone else. But I'm happy we're getting this match. I just don't like how we're getting this match.
Right.
So apparently Elander needs surgery. That's not good.
Oh, that was. You can find 10 other ways around that. Besides what you gave us.
You guys want to see Ultra Heat? Have Vicky come out and side with fucking with Dom and Liv.
Oh my god.
The place melts.
Vicky's out there, Dom starts to talk, and then Vicky pipes up, excuse me. Excuse me.
You already hate them as it is. God.
They're gonna be selling Judgment Day fucking earplugs at that point just to fucking avoid that shit.
Mm-hmm. I think there's no usually
Roll Tide. I was gonna say, do you need to take a pause for the cause? Are you supposed to be coming out right now? But Roll Tide saying, I think John Cena is gonna be his partner, as AJS3 saying, it's Funaki.
Funaki, I'd still pop for Funaki. I don't give a fuck.
SmackDown number one commentator. Nigel was a legend over here. One of the best matches I've ever been blessed to see was him and Sheamus in Manchester. Was about 400 of us there, and it was still loud.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, you get a star, Geekbox. And it's still, though, that's the thing is that's why I want that to be that story to be fleshed out, because there's I know. Quiet. Thank you.
You sure not? A lot's happening, Nick. I know. But we got a lot of
Yes, and I also don't know where you versus where I'm at.
His tag team partner. What?
What?
What is this?
Who the f is that guy?
This is a swerve. Who the fuck is that guy?
Right, you'll do fucking nothing.
Midnight Heat in the house.
I'm gonna hate this if I actually know who this is and everything when they actually say his name.
Is a swerve. He's just
out here dressed like a Miami sub shop. He's the missing outrunner.
A virtuoso in the ring. Oh, you idiot. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. He wasn't my first choice. My actual partner couldn't make it. He had some travel issues.
Kevin doesn't even know his name. He's my partner, and the crowd pops. It's Johnny Sins. What? George Animal Steel's son.
Is this gonna? Oh, hey! Oh, we got the production assistant.
Yeah,
Let Kevin know. He made it. He's here.
Kevin's gonna throw him out.
Santa Claus is here.
This is wicked. This is fucking wicked. Stunner! Stunner! I hear voices in my head.
Yeah, who's Ricky?
RKO has returned. Let's go. That was fun. I like it. Made me laugh.
Right.
6'5", 250.
Sean said, what is happening? Right now, I've got Randall Keith coming out right now. So we're getting Randy Orton. We're getting rated RKO out here with Randy Orton and Kevin Owens taking on the douche canoes of Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. I've also got Spitfire out here with KJ's favorite Canadian, Jody Threat, and my favorite Impact women's wrestler, Danny Luna.
She's definitely winning now.
Well, it's if they lose, they split up.
Yeah. Oh, and the other team's not even a team.
Well, Masha and Tasha Steeles, I will bet you Anthony would argue that that's honestly probably the better team.
Yeah, I mean, on paper, that's definitely a better team than it was. That's almost unfair. She upgraded partners.
Well, Kevin upgraded partners too.
Right. Easter egg or a foreshadowing another Ricky. Like you thinking Stark C? To really the absolutely no one. I was surprised. We weren't sure. He was one of them.
Could have been. I like Theory out there. I like Theory out there when Randy is hitting his pose and Theory's like just making fun of him in the corner.
Randy sees RVD. Ooh.
I was gonna say, would it have been that he hopped the barricade and that would have been his tag team partner player? Holla, holla, holla.
Right. A lot of folks wearing blue tonight.
It's almost like it's the blue brand.
This has honestly been a perfect 10 for a SmackDown. So far, so good. I like what they did instead of just bringing someone out, a bit of a oh, okay, I guess KO just wants to, I don't mind that. I like that a lot, what they did there.
I guess he's just going to beat both their asses by himself.
Right? Hashtag free Ricky. That's what I'm saying to that.
Right.
Big heel turn coming. Ooh. That'd be a twist.
By who? Randy?
Yeah, I don't know. I know A-Town Downs had issues, so maybe something there, but that'd be interesting if KO just proved he's a new guy. He's not the heel he once was.
The only thing that would make sense is you'd have Theory turn babyface or you have Randy turn heel to kind of go after Cody. Those are the only two things that could happen.
Yeah.
As we are on our way with both tag team matches players, we got a big Theory pulls Waller out of the way of the cannonball as I've got Tasha Steeles and Danny Luna right now on Victory Road.
So we're getting a little picture-in-picture here. I like this.
I haven't gotten picture-in-picture. I got full screen.
Oh, I got a little box that popped up in the corner with an advertisement for the Joker.
Follow you do.
I like this. That's funny as hell. Like, wait, KO's fighting Masha Slamovich? What is happening?
Yeah, 100%.
Spitfire for the win right now. It should be 100%, guys. 100% going RKO.
Did we actually get it 100%? Finally.
I'm closing it before somebody fucks it up.
Well, fair enough. Well, writing out here saying small request, if possible, please limit the polls. It spams my chat screen. Very annoying.
Roddy, it's just part of it. I'm sorry if it does that, but at the end of the day, the polls go up for interaction. So they're coming up as they go, my guy.
Fair enough. Like I said, as we're in commercial break, and I got Jody Threat going wild on Masha Slamovich.
Yeah, another commercial break, folks. We'll remind everybody Victory Road is still on. And if you haven't done so yet, where is it? Go get yourself the F Meltzer t-shirt in honor of Nick's birthday. Nick got his F Meltzer t-shirts this week. So make sure you get yours. Support the North American World Literacy Foundation and support the Anti-Uncle Dave movement and support Big Nick's birthday all in one swing.
100%. Yeah, go watch Thursday to where I was out there doing, I guess, the best pose model there, showing off the merchandise and everything like that at SmackDown. So I had to switch it up to the blue, much like everybody else on the WWE and everything. But 100%, yeah, go help fund the Center for Meltzers Who Can't Read Good.
Right? For the Meltzers Can't Read Good. Polls are like the rain. You can't stop it. You can't stop
God bless the rain down in Africa. Well, speaking of can't stop it things, I'm going to go stop on a pause for the cause.
Right. Nick's going to go stretch his legs and take a pause for the cause as we roll in 130 with us. I want to see 150 in this chat tonight. I think we are already there, but things happen fast. We are still watching TNA as the women's tag title, the knockout titles are on the line, and KO and Randy Orton have reunited to take on the Douche Canoes. So make sure you get in that chat. What are you thinking about? What's on your wrestling mind? And I will remind everybody, we watch more live wrestling than anybody else out there. We are back now. The channel's going to take a little bit of a breather this weekend and next weekend, but this weekend we're just going to we ran like 26 straight days. So we're going to take a breather. We're going to take some downtime because we're getting into busy season. And then before we know it, we're going to be back in WrestleMania season. So make sure you join us. We are back on Monday. CM Punk will be there Monday. CM Punk will be there Tuesday. Dynamite Wednesday. We got so much more content coming your way. We got lots to talk about. We got lots to get into. And I will give you guys a little bit teaser, but we are bringing a new addition to the show as we introduce, inspired by another show out there, but we will be introducing a new show to the channel. So stay tuned for when we post that. Me, Nick, and Anthony are going to battle our trivia minds, and the punishment for not knowing your shit is wings that get hotter and hotter as we go. This is coming soon. We can't wait to do it live. I don't know why we're doing it live, but that's what we do. We go live more than anybody else out there. So make sure you hit like, share, subscribe. This one's going to be fun, folks. Plus, we got Wrestling Court. Plus, we got interviews. Plus, we got so much more coming your way as we are back to the action and we are rolling along. Woo! The Aussie icon jumping on KO. A good year for WWE. It's been rolling. It's been a good year. If you're a wrestling fan, and that's why I get a little disenfranchised with some of the wrestling fans, especially online, of there's so much complaining and so much negativity with so much good shit happening. Enjoy it. Yes, be critical. Yes, be honest about your feelings. But if you just embrace this, man, we are in great times for wrestling fans. Meltzer not read? That's impossible. Geekbox. Let's go. Can't read or speak. It's hilarious. I think you should send Meltzer a shirt. I might send Cornette one instead. I don't want to give Meltzer anything. Nick and KJ, who do you think Mox is going to war with? Christopher, we'll talk about that later tonight. But your guess is as good as ours. It's been scrambled eggs. Anything else with Roman tonight? Thoughts? Yes. The way Nick Aldis made it sound, I feel like there has to be more. I got picture in picture. I like it. I got it too. As Randy getting dumped on his head. Last man standing match between King Kong. Yeah, we agreed, Christian. I think a last man standing, or again, I think that's a big beefy rivalry, and it really helps Bronson Reed continue to grow. When do we get the Waller Theory split? Will Waller knockout Theory? This is really good questions on. I mean, they've been teasing it for quite a while, and we've seen it coming in, and we don't know. My big concern or question mark, can they turn Theory into a babyface? Can it work? Because Waller has to be the heel, right? Waller has to be the dick. I love this. Seen it on another great channel, so you can't wait to see you guys do it even better. Yeah, it's our little twist on it, and we're not going to take it away. We're going to, inspired by the OGs that did this, and they did it differently, but we're going to do it trivia style. And if you don't know your trivia, each week we're going to have not each week, every show we do once a month, I think, we'll have a winner, and the losers are going to have really red, sore faces. You're going to watch TNA next Thursday night. Cajun, yes, we will be here live for TNA next week, and we can't wait to do so. Nick needed to pause. Still to come, Andrade Carmelo Part 5. This match is cooking. Let's go, let's go! As Owens in, he runs around to get the tag. Crowd goes wild. Big tag, down he goes. There you go. Hashtag not sponsored, but we're working on it. Even the hot sauce, we want to get involved. As we will be eating some Fuego and all the Scovilles. It's going to suck. Randy hooking up the DDT. Theory saving Waller, though. Wobbly legs, poles. There you go. Who wants to give their take on Paranoia heel turn of Adam Page? We'll come back to that later. We're having too much fun right now. I finally got my burgers. About time. Holy shit. Did you go back there and cook them for them? Oh, Randy dropping Waller on that table. And that crowd energy is amazing. Corey, are you okay? I took Ricky 5 seconds to get more over than Austin Theory. Yeah, 100%. 100%. They're going to make him feel like a star, Misfits, and I can't wait for it. Yeah, right? Someone sent me his address. Oh, both men hooked up! And the douche canoe's taking a little vintage Randy Orton in stereo. Live wing challenge. Yeah. Live. That's the crazy part. You guys watch a lot of shows that are taped and edited. We're going to wing it. Literally. We're going to go live. As KO and Randy both setting up. Stunner! RKO! Theory sells the shit out of that stunner. And it's over. I don't see any reason to break Waller and Theory up yet, especially if they need the tag teams. I don't disagree with that because I don't know how you split them. And I don't know how you make either one of them sympathetic. Leave them together. Give them a little tag team push, Boston. I agree with you on that. Push them. KJ should be KO and Nick should be Roadkill for Halloween. Well, last year for Halloween, I went as Nick. So this year, I got to come up with something better. If I want to be KO, I got to put a bit of dye in this, which I did last year, but I'm going to have to trim it, and I'm not trimming it anytime soon. KJ Owens and Fatu are literally the same type of wrestler. Listen, that's my dream match. That is my dream match. Kevin Owens, Jacob Fatu, toe-to-toe, battling it out. That is my dream. I appreciate the effort. KO giving a shout out to George the Animal Steel's kid. We're back with Nick Aldis. This is not stopping. Anthony, I'm about to click on that. That's Tag team match of Bad Blood. Solo, Jacob. Okay. Roman Reigns. Interesting. Someone's at the door. Who's at the door? Cody. Right. Oh, I have. Oh, as far. Interesting. And Cody gets booed. Cody gets booed for saying, I am done with the bloodline. I'm not signing shit. As this night continues to roll on. Ricky has more aura than Solo Sikoa. I don't know about that yet, but I'm a big fan either way. But here comes Nia Jax, your women's champion. I'd be a fan of Austin Theory if he did a humble speech and, hey, I was promised the world, ego stroke, but seriously, again, but he seems so naturally arrogant. And I mean, again, maybe he can pull it off. I would have to see it in motion, I think, Roddy. Just his face. He has that asshole face. Sorry. Woo Wings. That's the official Woo Wings. We're gonna have to talk to Rick and get us hooked up. Good to know. Raquel Rodriguez should be returning soon. Yeah, I don't ever trust WON as a source of anything. I wouldn't trust them as a source of the current weather, let alone wrestling or anything else. However, multiple sources have reported that Raquel could be close to return. We know she's been having health issues. I think her coming in and being the heater for Liv Morgan works very, very, very well. As right now, I'm getting a commercial for 2K, folks. And if you are wondering, Tasha Steelz about to go for the pin? Tasha Steelz is beating on Masha with Alicia. Okay, wait a minute. Alicia's okay. All right. Well, she's got a neck brace. So we got new tag champs? Is that another title change? What happened, Anthony? I missed it. What's everyone drinking tonight? Everything we can. Here comes Nia. So coming out of the commercial break, we will get Nia Jax. For those who are just tuning in, we had a cage match with Cody and Solo. Cody gets the win, gets jumped. Roman helps him. Solo and Jacob have agreed to fight Roman and Cody. Cody has declined. Cody does not want to do it. Cody also smells a rat. Very interesting. And we know Cody has bad history with teaming up with people. But as far as Cody's concerned, he is done with the bloodline. There you go. Spitfires win. And Tasha jumps Masha. Maybe reunite Theory with Johnny and Candice. I hated the way. I thought they were cheesy. I thought they were campy. It would maybe. No, I don't love it. Three-quarter star. All right. Okay. 3 out of 4 stars or 3/4 stars? You decide. 3. There we go. Damn it. Theory, stop the overselling. No, Willie. I love the oversell on the cutter. I'm okay with that, man. I'm okay with it. Don't oversell anything, but oversell the cutter. I'm good with that. I think it's beautiful. All right. That brings me back to The Rock and the Michaels, the classics. Sell the shit out of stuff. Actually sell. That means the world to me. Too many wrestlers nowadays don't sell enough. Hear me out. The Wyatts attack Nick Aldis at the end of the show. You got to explain that. That'll be interesting. And I don't mind the Wyatts just popping up anywhere they feel like and mashing people. Really interesting, though, that they would have that there. I think we get a Jimmy return. So does Cody just step away? But does that make Cody look bad? Like if Roman needs Jimmy instead of Cody, but Cody just says no, I don't know how that looks for Cody. The crowd booed. Don't be a bitch. And no. As up next, we are getting Joe Hendry and Josh Alexander on Victory Road. We're still in commercial for SmackDown, and we are rolling along, folks. Josh or Joe, bum 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 bum. Cody also smells a rat, and possibly. Where's Asuka? I believe Asuka was injured, and Asuka's working on coming back from an injury. Knockout tears. When is Tiffy time gonna cash in? We got Nia coming up against Bailey. I mean, again, we got to get to that point where Nia has been taken to the limit and Tiffy steals it. I think we got time with this. I really do. I think you let that relationship play out, and you have a couple more opportunities for Tiffy to tease that she might do it, and then we'll wait and see. Break number 5. I like it. Tasha turns on Masha with the help of Alicia. As one of my favorite wrestling moments ever on the screen right now of Booker T and Stone Cold in the grocery store. Kind of wish Nick was here for that. 2015, Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family, King Booker. So I love the nostalgia what they're doing here. Booker T in the house with Sharmell. King Booker. Sheamus in the house. All right. Jody Threat finally wins. I picked her, and hey, Michael P.S. Hayes. All the Hall of Famers up in the house tonight. Oh, I like this. Why wouldn't Cody say screw that? Roman made his life hell. And again, that's family business. That's Samoan business. I'm done with them. I beat Roman. I beat Solo. Fuck them. And I get it. It makes sense. Now, do they rope him back in or do they go another way? As Tiffy and Pretty Deadly are catching fish with Nia.
Speaking of going a different way.
Speaking of catching fish.
Oh, thanks. I guess I'm a dead fish.
Yeah.
I was going to try and come back on Michael P.S. Hayes and say between me, you, and Anthony were the fabulous Freebirds and everything like that, but
Freebird.
Yeah, just go to your local bar and just yell out fucking oh Christ, now I can't even make the joke because I can't remember the goddamn Leonard Skinner song.
Freebird.
There we go. See, I'm terrible.
Oh no, wait, no. Yeah, you're thinking of Sweet Home Alabama.
No.
There's
the one that. Never mind. It's a terrible joke, and I can't even remember it.
Cody's
not worth the time. It's not worth the time. As I've got Joe Hendry coming out, as I've got Nia Jax out here cutting a promo. What? Oh, I like it, but Nia always coming out here with like the see-through attire and everything. Mm-hmm. Like. Very lingerie-esque.
Mm-hmm. Well, her former employer used to make her dress like something out of Xena the Warrior Princess. So this is a nice change.
A trash bin.
A trash bin's a way to put it. Yes, that was a heel move after Cody Roman helped. Yeah, so Cody, you were on break. Cody gets booed because the match is being set, the tag team match for Bad Blood, and Cody says, "No, thank you. I'm out. I'm not doing it."
Oh. So
and he got booed.
Bad Blood, it's not for tonight.
No, Bad Blood, it would be Jacob and Solo versus Roman and Cody said, "I'm done with the bloodline."
It makes sense, honestly, for Cody of just fuck y'all. That's y'all shit. Like you even said, that's y'all problem. I don't need to be involved in some shit that I don't need to be involved in. Like I don't need to keep getting involved in
ding dong, you idiot, as Bailey shows up. No, I don't think so, Vance, but I see you laughing.
Bailey's really kind of hitting that extra stride here a little bit. Like she's gotten to that point, much like a Becky, much like a Charlotte, of they're confident enough of who they are or what they've built as a character and everything that they can just be more them. Like that's more Pamela than Bailey.
A walking wiener. Yeah, no, I agree. She's in that groove. She's a vet. Kind of like what we've seen lately with Randy Orton of just kind of like, I know who I am, I know where I am, and I'm good with it.
Mm-hmm. Much like the channel, we know who we are, and we're good with it.
Mm-hmm.
As folks, let us know who you got between Joe Hendry and Josh Alexander. As Joe Henry's cutting a promo out here, and I do like this though between Nia and Bailey.
What the fuck?
What?
Sorry, I was just looking at something.
Wow, the old SmackDown theme bringing a tear to my eye. Which one?
Oh, they were doing the other clip pack. Like they keep going back and showing vintage.
Oh,
yeah, they showed the clip of one of the best segments ever. Austin Booker T in the grocery store.
that is my favorite segment of all time. 100% of Price Check on Jackass.
Yeah, it was the best ever.
How you doing, Book? And it's just him with a gallon. Yeah. And trust me, as I'm somebody.
Tiffy
time. But I'm one of those people that in the middle of the night will sit there, just grab the gallon of milk out of the fridge and just suck it down and everything. So 100% seeing Austin like that, I've been fully in that same type of position. How you doing, Book?
Yeah, that's the best. The best part is when he comes out of the fridge.
That's what I'm saying. When he's sitting there, he's got milk just draped on him, and then he's beating him with the flour and everything. And still, the best line is Price Check on Jackass.
And Booker and Charmel are there. Michael P. S. Hayes is there, and now Tiffy out here looking like all types of snacks. Speaking of going to the fridge.
Oh, my Lanta, Anthony. I know you're going to Bad Blood. If Tiffany cashes in and wins the title there, I'm going to throw hands with you. Just out of respect. You got to run that at least a little bit. Because, God damn.
Stiffy Tiffy. That's
Stiffy Tiffy. Well, do you have a stiffy for Josh Alexander and Joe Hendry right now? Or, I mean, we've got, Nyla Lingerie. We've got Bailey, punk rocker. And we've got Tiffany just fucking Alicia Silverstone and Clueless out here. Just
Naomi.
Yo. Now, she's a name that Anthony has obviously been upset about, or well, not exactly upset about, what initially was about how she's been booked in WWE. I thought she could have been a potential one. I know JV had brought it up of you run it back with her being the open challenge for Jordan Grace, what have you, especially now you've got that TNA connection and she's got the history there. Is she left in the wake of Bianca and Jade a bit?
A little bit in the sense of like she was part of the big three, but again, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm not that worried about her. I think they're like, again, now she's in the ring with the champ, and
we're setting up a tag match.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. All due respect to Tiffany, I'm watching Joe Hendry versus Josh Alexander right now because I honestly think, could there be the potential in this match that an Ethan Page say shows up of Joe Hendry, you've been messing with my business, so I'm going to mess with your business and everything because Joe Hendry still got that kind of connection to NXT.
Maybe. I'd be surprised, but maybe.
Well, we know it's been rumored and speculated a ton, especially with Ethan Page as the champion, that Josh Alexander is going to show up. So I'm trying to think of a way of how you bring the North over that ties into TNA.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Set up a tag match for next week. 61% of the chat took Joe, by the way.
Hey, I'm surprised that's pretty tough. That's pretty nice that that's close.
Wow, we accept in unison.
As Tiffany and Naomi just walking off here. Whoever loses leaves SmackDown.
That's interesting. Go Tiffy toe off your mom, you idiot.
Oh!
Booty!
Booty review. Now, does this apply? So say if Tiffany Stratton loses, we get no more Tiffy time on SmackDown. And she's floating in the abyss with the briefcase.
I actually think that Bailey and Naomi are going to lose, and they're going to move on to Raw.
But is it? So I guess I was confused on. I thought it was the individual that loses versus the team that loses.
I was assuming that both would leave. No,
I thought it was the individual that takes the pin. Either it could be the case.
Yeah,
I thought it was good because then you could get, say, a Naomi goes to Raw, what have you,
yeah,
or anything. Of I thought it was going to be the individual that takes the pin.
Oh, okay. See, we got more to come, man. They're still trying to figure this out.
Yeah, look at this fucking visual for Andrade and Carmelo. Holy, that's dope. Like, that's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, you know how I feel about visuals. That is fucking
visual
pretty.
like a goddamn idiot.
Sound like me.
Yeah.
Losers leave SmackDown. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I could see Bailey, and it kind of freshens Naomi and Bailey up a little. And it kind of creates a little bit of nuance with some of that. I don't think Tiffany and Nia are going to leave. I don't think the champ would have to leave SmackDown. I don't.
Well, and that's like I said, if it's the team, then it's definitely Nia and Bailey. If it was the individual, I thought it could have gone away. But yeah, if it's the team, then 100% you're not having your champion lose the brand, and that's still the heels were the one that laid the challenge. So we don't even know fully if it goes both ways. Of essentially, it could be, if Bailey and Naomi lose, they're off SmackDown.
Horrible television. I don't know what was horrible.
You must have clicked the wrong channel because I don't know what you're seeing, because literally I was on a pause and was envious of what was going on the screens and everything. So this is the furthest thing from horrible television at this point.
Yeah, I thought it was okay. I didn't hate it. I didn't feel like it was long or too drawn out. They got to the point. You need viable challengers for the championship. The women need time. Again, we've had a lot of action on this show. So to have a little bit of a breather and a little bit of a promo segment to set up an angle and a story
for next week.
If it wasn't your cup of tea, fine. But I thought it was okay.
I was going to say, you still have to set up stuff for next week. Like this is cool. It's a premiere, but it's also not like a pay-per-view. This is not a one-off. They still need to set up shit for next week. They still need to continue this on as a show. Yeah. Now, granted, it's interesting. We're about in the last half hour of SmackDown.
Yeah.
And we've got Carmelo versus Andrade, and we have to have something that ends SmackDown pretty big, because we had the cage match, we had Roman, we've had the tag match set up for Bad Blood, we had the Kevin Owens tag match, so we know it's not, or at least in that situation, it's not So we need to really close out SmackDown on a big note. So now what is it?
Right. New SmackDown graphics are so cool. No, they're wicked. They're wicked. Carmelo Hayes. Oh, yeah, we got Carmelo and Andrade up next.
Yes. As I've still got Josh Alexander and Joe Hendry right now going at it, as Alexander's got Joe Hendry in a front face lock here.
Yeah, we still got more action to come, folks. Rampage, we will stick around for that in our SmackDown post-show / Rampage coverage. And Victory Road should still be going on at the end of this. Listen, there's two major factors to any show as far as when I start rating them. We've talked about it a lot of times, Nick. How is the energy in the building? It's been fire tonight. Second, it's the it's how fast. Like when you said we're getting near the end of the show, and I looked at the time, I was like, gee, tonight clipped. The first hour and a half disappeared. 90 minutes in the books, no problem. Fast. That's a good show.
Oh, 100%. Of literally, that's why I took my pause for the cause. It's like, well, if I don't now, I don't know of another time that I might be able to, and everything, because this is moving at a pace. And that's become the thing with WWE wrestling, whether it be SmackDown, whether it be Raw, whether it be NXT, of it moves with a pace, but it also moves with a purpose too, as well. You can have a wrestling show that moves at a pace that just constantly, it's every shit's going on. You see it on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. But this show and WWE specifically moves with a purpose on everything. Of everything has a connective tissue that it goes to. Everything has a reason and a rhyme as to why it's going on at that time.
Yeah. It's funny because they haven't talked a whole lot about the Saudi show November 2nd. We haven't talked about Crown Jewel November 2nd.
Well, I mean, you can have that. Not even what I'm mad at.
It'll be interesting because we know they're going to throw some crazy shit at the wall for a Saudi show.
That's when you get to your Omos returns and everything.
Yeah.
A little bit of a pop-up powerbomb there from Joe Hendry for a 2 count, as we're again getting big advertisements for Survivor Series in Vancouver, as we're living more big moments of SmackDown.
Kofi winning with the belt and his kid. Austin and
Arnold. With the Terminator. Yeah, you need to do it. I'm going to Stone Cold Stunner you. Yeah.
Then did you do the what as well?
Well, yeah.
Hey, Teddy!
You going one-on-one with the Undertaker, player.
Right. William Regal.
Tag team. He just works there. I like Ron Simmons, though. We just need to.
Hey, glorious!
No, I won't give in. I won't give in. I won't be glorious.
Bobby.
Hey, soak it in because that's probably the closest you're gonna get. Hey, Priest!
Don't say that, Nick. Don't say that. You take it back.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm. Who's getting the Wendy's Frosty for WWE Blood? I guess. Just get fries and
I might get Wendy's tomorrow just because I'm a fat ass. And shout out hashtag not sponsored. They have buy one Baconator, get one Baconator free. So again, fat ass.
Oh, wow. Well, yeah, yummy. Carmelo Hayes coming out. Jimmy Uso and Paul Heyman return? Could be. That could be the twist here, eh, Nick? Well, if Cody doesn't want to wrestle, we got somebody that will team up with you.
Oh, I think so. But do you do it now, or do you do it next week, or do you do it? Do you let it hang? Do you let it float in the air?
Yeah, I'm wondering if having the segment tonight, you try and give us something, especially being what tonight is. I don't think we just completely go leave it up in the air.
Valid. Well, that could be the way that you end it, because that's the biggest question right now to me is how you end this show, because you've had all your rounds have gone out the chamber. So what do you got left? What are you going to pull off that's going to outdo everything that you've already let off?
Mm-hmm. This seems like a long SD tonight. I just said the complete opposite of that, Eric. I maybe it does to you, but I think tonight has absolutely flown by. I'll blink.
Oh, 100% is an Andrade coming out. So this is the tiebreaker here, I guess. Allegedly, everybody was letting us know in the chat that this is 2-2 a piece here, and I find it interesting that they've even got the heights and weights and all of that coming out.
Yeah, they've been doing that all night, Nick. Did they change his music?
I don't know.
I think they might have changed it up a little bit. Glorious. Oh man, we deserve one more entrance. One more entrance.
One more time. One more time. No, I still just always want Ed Idolo as his music, not whatever the fuck this is.
What do you fellas think about Logan Paul claim to be a top 5 star in the WWE, being an untrained outsider claiming to be better than 90% of the roster? It's character work. He's working everybody. And
I haven't
done. Go ahead.
I was going to say I hadn't seen anything to where he had claimed that. I saw that
no, he did in his beef with. That's why I was answering. So Logan Paul saying to Kevin Nash, and basically going on video and saying I'm blah blah blah. That's Logan Paul's character, and part of his thing was, imagine if I really tried, how good I'd be. Again, he would never go out publicly and say that in a manner that would at all he's been respectful of his co-workers, but it is the Logan Paul gimmick to a T. And he basically told Kevin Nash to go fuck himself, which is one of his boss's best friends.
I was going to say, once a Paul brother, always a Paul brother, though. But yeah, as I hadn't seen that. I just thought it was off of those ESPN thing to where most influential people in pro wrestling at the time, and Logan Paul was one of the people mentioned.
And he is. You have to give him credit, and he deserves to be on that list because that's why they brought him in, because of his crossover appeal. And he got a lot of credit for the work he's done in ring. And again, whether you love him or hate him, he brings eyes to the sport. That's why he made the list. That's what that list is about, is the influence he has on the business. And he brings that influence. He brings a new audience.
I'm going to disagree with you on his spot on that list, but I do agree with you on any sort of comeback to anything with that is him just doing. It's him being a heel. That's what that whole fucking family knows how to do. So 100% it is that. I don't think he validates being top 5, but we can discuss that at another time.
Yeah. The ring looks much better with the LED shit. I don't mind the LED stuff, but I'm okay with the aprons too. I think it's cleaner. We don't need everything lit up, but I think the barricades are still LED, no?
A bit, but it does feel a little bit more old school, and it separates the difference between Raw and SmackDown a bit too as well.
Yeah. What up?
Just optically.
Spanish
the barricade.
Jesus.
Yo.
I hear there is supposed to be some surprises tonight on SmackDown. We've had some. I mean, again, Roman returned as a surprise, even though we expected it. It might not have happened. Randy Orton returns. That's not a bad thing. And we're not done yet. So who knows what other twists and turns we have coming.
I was going to say, I think we've gotten plenty of surprises as it is, and we're anticipating even more here. 100%.
We need Giovanni to main event the show. After all, it is season premiere. There you go.
He can lose in 10 seconds.
Right. 2 former NXT champions going at it. That's cool. I love it. I like it. This has been a beautiful, beautiful.
Oh! As Joe Hendry, well, he tapped out. I didn't realize the ref was out, but he tapped out Josh Alexander, but the ref is out of commission and cannot see. I missed the ref bump and just was popping that he won the match.
Oh, Seth Rollins with Team Roman, I bet. Oh, no, people. I don't think Seth is going to. No. I think this is going to be very much Samoan blood war, civil war. Sammy would be the exception, I think.
Sammy makes the most sense because he does have the actual connective tissue to the bloodline. Like Seth has it to Roman. But not to anyone else. Like we're gonna get back to if we get Jimmy and Jay.
Sorry, Nick. Joe had a jock strap, had a cup, blocks the low blow, and now he's got the angle lock. Joe Hendry had a cup.
Is he gonna tap? But yeah, you get Sammy that's gonna be out there, and he's got the connective. Like I'm waiting for when Sammy's out there doing the handshakes with the Usos and everything again, and that gets all the reactions. Tap.
There you go. What a win. An ankle lock with the knee on the back of the neck. Holy shit. Bend him in half.
Yeah, but so Joe Hendry taps out Josh Alexander with his own move.
Shot.
Has to be.
Yeah, he's going after the belt.
So you put him, well, we've got that still coming later tonight. So you put him against Moose or you put him against Zigglypuff?
I think you can put him against either. I mean, again, I know babyface heel, blah, 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 but I think time and place, if done right, I think Joe and Dolph will be a hell of a match, and they could definitely sell it as like, we got mutual respect, but I want your belt, and I respect you, but you're not going to get the belt.
You still make it, well, it's one of those of, even though they're baby faces and everything, but there's enough momentum and there's enough vibe behind everybody that anybody could win at any time.
Yeah. Can you imagine Ricky Starks is Roman's tag partner? I can't actually. Can you? I can't.
No, I honestly, I think it would be more likely as Joe Hendry showing off the cup. But I think it would be more likely that we get Ricky Starks tonight than we get him at Bad Blood.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting Ricky Starks tonight at this point.
I don't think either is exactly likely, but I'm saying to me,
I believe Ricky will go to NXT. I don't think he's coming to the main roster. I think the next time we see Ricky Starks, he'll be in an NXT. Him versus Ethan Page. Yeah, and he's got some I'm sure he's got some training to do. Maybe I'm wrong, but I do think again, like we talked about, not everybody in that building that paid money tonight would know who Ricky Starks was. Some would, a lot would, but not as many as we assume.
Right. Not as many as are watching us would. I'll put it that way.
You know, never mind. KJ and Nick, do you think that we get Team Live versus Team We Are War games besides the belt? I don't think so. I don't think there's enough depth there.
No. Well, it's a little bit even like with the Hell in a Cell thing of how much does this go, and you involve other people and everything. Yeah. I saw some people think that Liv and Rhea could go all the way to WrestleMania. I don't think that's the case.
No, I think people sometimes like they see like they get WrestleMania and like we're here on like we're in like this time of year, but we got big pay-per-views coming. Like a lot can happen at Survivor Series. Like people are always almost looking past Survivor Series.
Yeah, honestly.
Joe Hendry on SmackDown, nearly broken it. There you go, right? But there's a lot going on, Geekbox.
We got all the action for all your needs and everything. And where was it? I like this. There's a rumor that Ricky Starks is going to be Miz's guest on Miz TV for the first NXT on CW. That'd be fucking phenomenal.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's a way you introduce somebody too, and it makes sense too because he's Mr. Getting over dramatic and gotta strike a pose.
Mm-hmm. And the Miz would be a good guy to put him over, right? Like, so I like it.
Right.
I've told KJ rumors are true. Josh Alexander is out the door. Not yet. And again, Josh never said I'm leaving, but Josh really wants to, a lot of wrestlers are taking advantage of the marketplace right now. And again, it feels like everyone that pops up, everybody's throwing money at them. So why wouldn't Josh listen?
Well, and I remember when it was interesting when Josh's contract was kind of getting up the last time, and there was the option from Anthem, and the whole thing came out. It initially came out Josh Alexander re-signed, and then it really switched to Anthem, TNA Impact, what have you, whatever fucking company they wanted to put in front of it, has extended Josh Alexander. So the last time that he renewed with them, it didn't seem so much that it was him renewing versus they renewed with him. They pulled that, they extended the contract that they had because of injury time, etc.
Well, yeah, they had the option to do so, and I believe when he was near the free agency before, it was weird times. We were in the pandemic, and we weren't really sure, and at that time he had been down that like unbelievable run of undefeated X Division champion, world champion. Nobody was beating him. He was the heart and soul of TNA. Things have changed.
Right. Oh, 100%. I like this of just throwing this out there. Melo and Andrade would absolutely cook as a tag team.
Doing the bar, right?
Yeah. But this has been a hell of a match of Carmelo just broke up the count by grabbing the bottom rope as we're getting the System taking on ABC for the tag titles. Oh,
he hit hard.
Yeah. Well, and that's an interesting way to do the moonsault and everything. Literally, I'm going to just drop down and flip over.
Yeah, he comes
that's
around.
Gravity take the wheel.
Yeah. The System for the win. Yeah, we got a tag title match. ABC taking on the System. I am not picking the System. I don't think any of us did.
No. ABC easy as 1, 2, 3 as Mellow up top. Oh, gets caught going for the Hurricane Rana.
59% of the people are taking Carmelo.
Oh. And it's a nice dead even split there a little bit because, man's just hit up a step up in Zaguri.
Right.
Oh! Like the rolling cutter off the top.
Oh, Andrade gets the win.
Yo.
Woo.
Muy caliente. Yeah, I caught you advertising the Spicy Wing show while I was on my pause. So, yes, muy caliente.
Let the peoples know.
Yeah, not sponsored by any hot sauce or dairy company
yet. We got company. Yeah. Andrade LA Knight, I could go for
100%. Christ, you could go. I could go for a triple threat.
Yeah. Yeah, we got that one. And again, I remember 1316. We don't believe in the WON around here.
We literally have merchandise that goes counter to that, just a wee bit.
But again, sometimes they just repeat what other people said, so they finally get one right.
Yeah, Blind Squirrel finds it out every now and then.
Lucha Bros. Ooh, that'd be a nice turn for Andrade if he's feuding with LA, and he's not really. He's just kind of a good wrestler right now.
But does it get happenstance, complacency, what have you, of your of lucha descent, you're of from south of the border, so we throw you all together in a bunch?
Do you feel that way about the Samoans?
No, because they're actually blood related to an extent.
Fair enough. But they're not. But fair enough.
Well, the only ones who aren't are the Tongans, and they're second kissing cousins.
Rock's not even really on the tree if you break it down.
There's a whole graph you showed at WrestleMania that counters that.
I like this though. Someone said Andretti. I like Andretti a lot. I'm not even saying his name right now.
Yeah, Mario Andretti. Gonna be too hard to figure out. Yeah, I kind of dig LA Night Out here with the Star-Lord attire. Hey, nice. And the shirt that he's got to where it's him as George Washington crossing the fucking Delaware is dope as shit. Like, if you're going to have some patriotic bullshit on the back of your car, why not at least have that? That is at least non-offensive. Right. And, you're just going to have everybody yelling at you going, yeah.
I like this a lot. I like the idea of Andrade versus LA Knight. I think that's going to cook.
Morgan and Morgan, I'm getting an advertisement for that. And why is the attorney out there with the Undertaker eyes?
I'm not getting what you're getting.
Fair enough. For those who got what I got, let me know.
Somebody asked a really good question. You think WWE dropped the ball on Lashley? Not at all. They gave him a long time to run. I'm not interested in Bobby Lashley. He did nothing for me. I didn't care for Lashley. Lashley versus Brock, meh. Lashley versus who? I didn't care. He wasn't exciting.
Didn't drop the ball, I won't say, but at least double dribbled. When he was, the almighty Bobby Lashley, and he was world champ and everything, there was a ton of potential there. There was the potential we could have at one point gotten the match we all kind of wanted of a Bobby Lashley versus a Brock Lesnar and everything. And there was the potential, and I know.
But did we not get a little bit of that?
We got teases of it, but we didn't get a straight up match.
It wasn't overly great. And I was never a big Bobby guy. Like, Bobby to me was always boring.
But I'll ask you, is that more on Bobby or is that more the booking?
No, it's on Bobby. Bobby can't cut a promo, and Bobby wasn't an exciting wrestler. Like, he's just a big muscular dude. Like, what did Bobby do that was so exceptional? Like, he was okay. Like, he had years and years and years of opportunity. He was never that exciting.
I'll give you that. At least with the Almighty, I thought that there was something there. So that's why, like I said, I don't want to exactly say it's, they dropped the ball, but it was at least a double dribble. Change the ball. Somebody's going the other way.
Plus, he's older now. Like, he's in his 40s. They're bringing in I'd rather see, all this young talent, the Andrades, the Carmelos, what we're getting now. Like, I'd rather see this talent than older Bobby Lashley, who's slow, clunky. He's good with MVP, but I'd rather see Shelton Benjamin come back than Bobby. I don't feel like it was a double dribble. I mean, he ran his course.
Fair enough. I mean, I can see it. I guess I was holding out hope of like what we got with Bobby and TNA and everything gave me a lot of hope of he actually seemed like he had a bit of a personality and everything. It seemed like he had that. Like, I did like the idea of when we had the Hurt Business, like, the Hurt Business to me as a faction, I think was a bit of a mishandle. Like, there was things around it of didn't need to be the worldest beater, but could have been something. As we got Nia and Tiffany squaring up with Jade and Bianca.
Oh,
3 out of the 4 women on screen right now are wearing see-through attire. Just saying. Yeah,
Nia dropping hints that. Did you hear what Bailey and Naomi were saying? Like, kind of planting the seeds of issues between Bailey Naomi and the other two. Destiny's Child could be in trouble.
And they sit there and they both ended with just bet. And you know what that means.
Yeah. I was never a Lashley fan. I never was. There was moments like I didn't hate him, like, oh, get this guy, but he just never excited me. And when he was in a big deal, like when he was world champion, he just wasn't a good promo. Well, here comes the tribal chief.
Wait, which one?
Roman.
Oh, Roman. Okay. Well, no,
we're ending this.
I saw hands before I heard music.
No,
so
Roman is there's a say the ending the night tonight is Roman and Nick Aldis.
Yay. That's interesting.
Look, everybody's got their finger up. It looks like a proctologist convention in here.
That's why I was like, let me make sure I'm acknowledging who I need to acknowledge. And folks, you need to make sure you acknowledge who you need to acknowledge and make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Right. We're at 123. We've been kicking around 120, 130 all night. So let's see if we can keep that thing going and make sure we can get up that subscriber button, that like button, that bell notification, all of that, all the algorithms.
Yeah. And we appreciate everybody out there for joining us. It's amazing to see 120 plus. Had a little pipsqueak running his mouth this week, and he's sitting with 20 people watching his show. So we feel pretty good tonight. Let's go.
Trying to strike a chord.
Right. Set the world ablaze. It's like when one fetus absorbs the other. Wait, what?
Whoa. All right, Boston, you have had your comment read privileges revoked for at least like 5 minutes.
I just don't know. I don't know what that was in response to.
Context is normally king, but that is not at all. There's no context either.
Winner of the fall gets a title shot. Wait, that doesn't make sense though, because if Nia's team wins, then Nia would get a tag title shot against herself.
Is it No, I think it's the individual. That's what
I was saying. So what if Nia gets the pin? Nothing. They just.
But she won't.
So whoever takes the pin.
So it's whoever takes the pin is out. Whoever gets the pin gets a title shot. So that's what I'm saying. If, say, like Bayley pins Tiffany, Bayley gets a title shot, or Naomi gets a title shot, and Tiffany's out. Or if
they're not splitting up Nia and Tiffany, so it's one of the other two that are going.
It's interesting how they're going to make that work and how they're going to make that make sense, I guess.
Yeah, it's interesting. Now that you boil it down, Bayley going to finish the feud with DC, OH, and another babyface for Liv. Facts, that works.
Fair enough. Yeah, honestly.
And maybe, yeah.
So then, so Tiffany would get the pin, or would you get it to where Nia gets the pin and then like no one can cash in on her or whatever the fuck? It'd be stupid.
That's my point, right? Like, so then Tiffany would pin Bayley and get the title, like. Get a title shot on top of having the belt. It's a little
confusing. That's where it gets dumb, but yeah.
I like Lashley, but MVP said the Hurt Business was over. They were over at a certain level, but to me, again, like WWE is very much moving forward with a younger vibe, an energetic vibe. And I didn't hate the Hurt Business as a collective. I felt like they could have done more, especially with the Street Profits. But
they, much like other talent, got caught in the tides of change of when they switched regimes and everything. Of there was no more room at the end for Bobby Lashley and everything like that. When the regime change happened, because you had one person booking that was a big fan of guys like that, and then you have another guy that's now booking that's maybe can make other people get over it.
Right? Yeah. Fingers up, Roman. I acknowledge the GOAT, Roman Reigns. Throw your ones up, MF chat. I can't stand you. What?
I don't know. Fabrice.
There you go. A lot of people showing love. Now, this is where people have said, oh, they shoved Roman down our throat. You saw that building. Does anybody feel like that finger is going down their throat?
I'm not going to touch that one. But 100%, it's Roman Reigns has grown exponentially at this point to where he's now wasn't even on TV and was "We Want Roman" chants of this man was the biggest babyface in the company and wasn't even on screen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Anthony, that is a name that will not be mentioned. It's not worth it, and he doesn't deserve it. We'd give him a bigger audience than he gets on his own, so he can kiss my ass. Nicholas the Smacketh. I short formed it.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if I lay the Smacketh down, but right now I got Brian Myers with a 2 count as we're in commercial break here.
If Nia team wins, whoever they pin leaves SmackDown. Yeah, okay. So that's what I thought it was, Big Dog. Yeah, not the individual, but the teams will leave.
Whoever they pin leaves SmackDown.
Oh, okay. So, but then it doesn't.
If Bayley and Naomi win, the one who got the win gets a shot at Nia. So
okay,
that's why it could be interesting if you get like a Naomi pins Tiffany.
That's why they plant the seeds with Bianca and Jade, because if they might actually help Nia win, so Bayley goes away and they keep their friend, which would only piss off Naomi.
Right.
Okay.
There's all the inner workings and the intertwinings.
There you go. Roman about to cut his first babyface promo in 4 years, and first babyface promo without Vince writing it. That's a bit, yeah. You're kind of right.
A good bit. No suffering succotash. No big dog.
Yeah. I'm with you, Boston. I really am. I don't think, yeah, I agree. He bored the shit out of me. OTC! The crowd is loud.
It in. Now, this is to me what's so interesting and such a juxtaposition and makes this Roman character now so great, because part of what made him a heel was he was the gigantic, the most dominant force, but needed the crowd to acknowledge him. Now he's the babyface, and the crowd acknowledges him without even asking.
Yeah.
Give me the microphone or give me the
attitude. He still got the same attitude, though. He still got that chip on his shoulder, and that's when you know you made it. When you can be the same person and get different reactions. Hand back out. Give me the mic. And the crowd cheers.
Yeah, but he's entered that Cena, Dwayne, Hunter, Austin realm of literally no matter which way he goes, he's over. And Nick Aldis just dips out.
Yeah. And we're gonna kind of take in what Roman has to say, but I don't see Bobby Lashley being a world champion right now if he was still with the company. So fuck off. Bobby instead of Cody, Bobby instead of Gunther. Come on now.
It'd be a good match. It'd be a good match.
No, it wouldn't. It'd be boring as shit.
I don't need this whole contract.
Exactly.
This bloodline doesn't exist without me.
Oh yeah, we're not on Fox. There could be an overrun tonight.
Oh yeah. I'm waiting for, my name is Paul Heyman. Yeah, because we got 2 minutes.
And I hate just quickly, I feel bad for TNA because right now the tag team match is cooking.
Yeah, but this is why you do this on a Thursday.
Yes.
I feel like Roman when he was talking to Seth, go on, get this out of here.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy. Yeah.
This is my ring. This is what's so great is because he's not saying anything different than what he did before, but it's a
Cody Rhodes!
Yo!
Cody!
Oh, you're gonna get Cody that ends up signing with him. You're gonna have the discussion and they agree. Really?
Not you, sorry. It's not 3 hours.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what you were saying.
I was saying to where now as Roman's even doing the whole little, because that's the thing. Roman's not any different than he was before, but now you're cheering for him because he's the necessary evil. But I think this could be to where you get him and Cody have that conversation, have that talk, and then this is where you get Cody agrees. I thought we were going to get Cody defends the title at Bad Blood, but I'm not opposed to it. That's almost a goddamn main event if you get Cody and Roman taking on Solo and Jacob.
Yeah, absolutely. We want Cody. Not a pop, maybe less of a pop right now. But again, people weren't happy that Cody said no. Yeah, the woes are there. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like he's a bit of a lesser than Roman.
Roman's one of the GOATs. If not to some, he is the GOAT. If you grew up in an older level of wrestling or an older age of wrestling, Roman feels like the best that ever did it. So again, it's an interesting dynamic. But it's really much like, you know, it's the face-off of two of the biggest names in the entire business.
Can we all just admit, as we go to the 10 o'clock moment right now, so we are getting an overrun, so we can all just, this has been a hell of a SmackDown on USA Network. This has felt fucking special almost.
Fox News would not allow a overrun because they had to go live with the news, because nothing more important than telling the country how bad the country is. So
yes, we need Orange Man yells. That's what we need right now at 10 o'clock. Yes. As the system picks up the win.
Yo! Another title change. Does that mean Moose is going to win?
I don't know. Spit it out, Cody.
This is interesting. And people, this is like, because they're chanting OTC, not Cody. So it's again, Cody's in a very interesting spot.
Yeah.
ABC lost. I'm shocked.
100%. I think this is point proven right now that if you do Roman versus Rock, it outdoes whatever Cody's in.
Say that again?
If you do Roman Rock, like at WrestleMania 41, whatever Cody's in, it does it, because he's already getting swallowed up, my guy.
Yeah, but again, it's like again, you can have the Undertaker and Punk in a match, and then you could still have a main event of Triple H. And,
I'm not saying it's
like,
bad.
You can have the multiples. Like, it doesn't. You can have more than one. Like, I'm okay with having this roster, like, and these shows. I not necessarily. It depends what Cody does.
As we've got Solo coming out right now. Solo and Jacob.
Booze. Yeah, he got some booze. The OTC is over as fuck. At the same time. Thank you. Yeah, there you go. Yes, let's go. Choo-choo versus Grace. Dun, dun, dun.
The only way I'm tolerating this match is because because Roman and Cody and all of this is on my screen right now.
It's gonna be a fucking wicked match. Can't wait.
It'll be wicked. Halloween-y wicked, but yeah.
It's gonna be a good wrestling match, period. It's not like Wendy runs around doing nonsense. She wrestles. Jump for the Tongans. Jimmy.
Oh, but the odds aren't even. Do we get anybody that shows up to help even these odds?
The Tongans. Cody got her.
As Tongalo out there just like, give it to me.
You're an Augie. Again, this feels like Hogan Warrior. That's the vibe. Like the two, like we love them both, but you know they are in each other's space. Some fans like one, some fans like the other, but it didn't change the fact that they were both babyface. That's what this feels
like HBK, Dwayne, or something like that. Before we use Rock, before we use Hogan and Warrior. I know what you're getting at, but yeah.
Right? Triple H, Austin, when they stuck them together, except they were heelish at the time. But it's that
the
vibe.
Two-man power trip.
But Roman signing the contract. Will Cody sign? And we still
gonna Solo or Jacob's just so great. He's out there. You're fucking on Solo. You're such
the Rock Austin's a good way to put it. Thank you. There you go.
Yeah.
A more updated example.
I didn't want to give Cody Austin, so that's why I didn't say it.
Cody Austin?
I was saying in the comparable, I didn't want to. I think Roman would be Dwayne. I didn't want to say that Cody was Austin, so that's why I didn't say that comparable.
Yeah, okay.
as Roman's handing as Cody's asking for the contract.
This is good. It's gonna be fun. This match on top of a Hell in the Cell and everything else that's been announced already for Bad Blood. He signs, folks.
Yo, so Bad Blood is stacked and fully packed out here. We've got Hell in a Cell. We're probably gonna get Rhea versus Liv. We're getting Roman and Cody in a tag team match play a holla versus Solo and Jacob.
Yeah. He don't like you. Can they coexist, folks?
Hey, and I like how we've got like the credits going off on the like executive producers. It's like, we got the credits playing them off.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of WWE Smackdown, the debut on USA. How did you feel about the show? Get in that chat, and we're not going anywhere. We might look at Rampage, but we still have Victory Road on fire. And Jordan Grace, Wendy Chu about to kick it off for the Knockouts Championship. And again, I fully expect this match to deliver a really good battle between these two women.
Fair enough. As I just pulled up Rampage, as we've got the Dark Order taking on the conglomeration of OC, Mark Briscoe, and Kyle O'Reilly. But yes, good God, was that a hell of a great episode of Friday Night SmackDown. Like, it's kind of hard to almost not get, like, does that get a 9? I feel like that almost deserves a 9, like, just trying to not, like, give it a 10. That's at least a 9.
I rarely give 10s to weekly shows because there's always something that could have been better. Wendy Chu, looking good, too. Roman's been gone. If Roman didn't leave, he would not be this over. How can we miss you if you don't go away? No, I agree, though. It helped. We missed him.
It definitely helped. I will give you that. But this man was still over his shit when he was losing the title in April. So I don't think that,
but
he wouldn't be over now.
Like they were booing him in April. Like I don't get
no, that. I'm more of saying of to where he like the statement of that he wouldn't be over. That's more of.
But if he won the title against Cody and stayed, he wouldn't be getting cheered like this. He wouldn't be over like this.
Over like this, yes, I agree. I'm saying over at all is what I was disputing.
Okay.
I thought that was the statement of that he wouldn't be over at all.
Again, he'd be over as a heel still, but a lot of people would be, kind of begrudgingly against him just because he's still around.
Right.
Sign it. Grace for the win. All right, ratings 9 out of 10. The Rock coming back soon, not for a little bit. That's a story to be told at another day, and I think they're setting up The Rock and Roman for Mania, so we got lots of time for that.
Right.
9 out of 10, a hell of a show. 10 out of 10. I'm just trying to think if I would have is there anything to really dock marks on? I mean, everything kind of cooked. It went so fast. They maximized it. It felt like a big show.
If I'm looking for reasons to not give it a 10, just to be critical of, you follow up the cage match with the Mission match that was all of the Mission Piper Niven match that was kind of all of nothing.
It was a good match.
I understand. I'm just giving critiques.
Okay.
And you could say that the women's promo segment went a bit long in the tooth. But again, that's if I'm, like I said, I'm nitpicking, finding reasons to not give this a 10.
Yeah. 9.5, 8 out of 10 says Dale. Time for Jordan and Chu, but Jordan will win. Yeah, Jordan's gonna win.
As far as the premiere episode of SmackDown on USA Network, they knocked this out of the fucking park. Like, this is out there hitting the fucking light fixture. They knocked out a light bulb out in the fucking, high stanchion stadium lighting.
Is that Grace's mom? Anthony, is that Grace's? Yeah, grandmother. Holy shit.
With it. Yeah.
Let's go. I love it.
Yeah, she's not doing the Mariah Man slapping the taste out of her mouth.
Right. 9 out of 10. SmackDown is home on USA. Yeah, blood out of the gate. The cage match was good, compelling all the way to the end. Yeah, I mean, again, I'll give it a 9.5, which is probably the highest show rating I've given in 2024. 9.5 out of 10 tonight. close.
Better than the season premiere of Monday Night Raw.
I think so. I think I enjoyed SmackDown tonight more.
Okay.
And that cage match was fucking brilliant. Like if Dave Meltzer gave the cage match we saw on Saturday 5 stars or 4.5 or whatever the fuck he said it was, that's a 10-star steel cage match without all the toys, without all the gimmicks, without all the bullshit. That match cooked miles better than the one we watched.
That was the palate cleanser of steel cage matches. Of that, just got all the bad taste out of out of your mouth. But I stand at a 9. I don't want to give it a 10 just because then you get to the Meltzer category. Then you need to do 11s out of 10s and 12s out of 10s. But yeah, that's to me, that's a solid 9 of that. They knocked that the fuck out in the park.
Yeah, no Rock, no Cena, but again, Gilly, that's fair. 8, but not really fair to punish the show because they didn't promise the Rock. So
and 8's still a fantastic number, though. That's the thing is that's still out of the ballpark. They fucking the second that shit touched the bat, that was gone. Mm-hmm. That was a fucking hell of a way to debut Friday Night SmackDown on USA Network.
Yeah, man. 10 from TJ. What's up, Daniel? 9.5 from Ken. 10. 100. 8.5. All I know is this is probably one of the highest rated shows from like on an average than we've ever had. Kind of wish
for a weekly show, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't really love Stallion, and I didn't love the intro, but I kind of like more of a Rock vibe for a show, but that's just me. 9.75 out of 10 knee pads. You couldn't go 0.25, my guy. Boo, this isn't what I wanted this to be. I wanted Usos and
Amy. I don't hate it, but I don't like it either.
It's coming. It's coming, Gilly.
No, you got yourself already spun around with your first statement there of saying this isn't how I wanted this to be.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about your damn luck, but that's the way that they wrote the story. Just because you don't get the story that you wrote doesn't mean that it's a bad story.
And just because we haven't got there yet, like, do you get mad at the movie and the opening scenes because they're not at the the midpoint yet? You can't. That's the argument there, Gilly. Is just that story is still like. Keep in mind, Roman and Cody are still outnumbered, and there's still opportunity. Jimmy and everyone's going. Is it Jimmy? Is it Jimmy? No, it's not Jimmy yet. Is it Jimmy? Is it Jimmy? No, not Jimmy yet. So
it's a jackal. It's a jackal. It's a jackal.
Yeah, right. 9 out of 10, 9.75, 10 out of 10, 8 out of 10. I'm going back up into ones I've already seen. 9 from you, Denisha. 1 out of 10. Need more needles and cinder blocks. Geek box. There you go. Not enough. Shock and awe.
Not enough pushing the line.
Yeah. I'm giving it a Friday the 13th out of 10. No, I'm just
13 out of 10. That's what you're giving it, a 13 out of 10.
No, it was a 10 out of 10. Let's go, Jimmy. That's beautiful. Great SmackDown premiere, 9 out of 10. That was a Sammy Sosa steroid out of this mind home run. Yeah, they smashed.
That's you get Chris Berman back.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, like to your point, yeah, maybe and I think because the way it all played out with the women's, like the rule, the stipulation here, I was like, okay, we'll take up 0.5 off. Could have cleaned that up a little for me.
Like I said, I was more of finding reasons to not have it be a 10 because to me that's sacred ground. But this 100%, this is McGuire and Sammy Sosa in the home run fucking, that summer out there of who's going to hit 60, who's going to hit 70. That was fucking corked bats and juiced balls and juiced fucking athletes out there. They were fucking knocking that shit out the goddamn park.
Jordan with a huge power slam and both women go back and forth. Another power slam. Wendy just keeps getting back up, swinging again. Oh,
she looks like a ram with her fucking braids and shit. She looks like I headbutt you.
Wow, DVD.
1, 2 count. As
the honesty, fellas, that's it. Like, and I'm not saying you're wrong. I just think, again, if we never get it, very disappointing story. But I think we're just not there yet. It's follow the breadcrumbs, Hansel and Gretel. That's all, Gilly. You're not wrong. It's just you might be a little preempted.
Speaking of following breadcrumbs, are we following the breadcrumbs to the lucha match that's kicking off before the Jacksonville Jaguars on Sunday. AEW's announced that they're doing a special lucha match. I believe it's Sammy Guevara and Christ, what's his the one that Tony made his own goddamn superstar on Collision.
So on Collision, sorry, what?
The lucha that Tony made his own little superstar, the one that he's created his own thing.
Oh, a hologram.
Hologram. Yeah. There we go. It's hologram and Sammy versus Gringo Loco and Taven as a lucha celebrating, something Hispanic before.
Like what the fuck?
Before the Jaguars game on Sunday.
Okay, so
that's what they're doing. Yeah,
you have the opportunity to showcase your You pick 4 guys that you want to showcase your company about before a Jacksonville game with a huge NFL audience tuning in.
Yeah.
And you pick those 4. Really? Mm-hmm. That's a little confusing.
Yes.
You got better names and better stars and better wrestlers in your company. And hologram's not a thing. Hologram will never be a guy that we give a fuck about.
That's why I keep forgetting his name, because it's not a thing. He phases out of my mind as I've got Camille coming out right now, as I've got Jordan Grace up on the top rope.
Yeah, I completely agree with this, Don. Absolutely. That's kind of what we've been saying, right? I mean, Paul Heyman keeps telling us we're in the 3rd fucking inning of this shit.
Yeah, shit. Are we fucking taking balls on, how many walks have we had in this fucking inning?
2 off the big brain buster. And the match is cooking. What a fucking brain buster.
So we've got Camille versus Riot Twin number 1.
Nope.
I guess. Might be number 2. And then we've got Wendy Chu and Jordan Grace.
Exactly, Mark. Bad Blood is already better than All In and All Out. Well, they got to deliver, but the card looks really fucking sweet.
9 out of 10 for SmackDown. I don't trust Cody now, Cage.
Cody's fine. Cody's just, at some point, Cody needs an exit strategy. He tried to get away from it this time. Again, I think as you head to War Games, Cody will have somebody to fight going into Survivor Series, and the Bloodline will be fighting the Bloodline.
Is that a hindrance to Cody of that your title reign is synonymous with the Bloodline and you're not the biggest player in the Bloodline?
I don't think it's hindering him at all, especially because Roman's been absent. Everybody wanted Cody to finish the story. Cody's doing just fine. People cheered when he signed the contract tonight. I don't understand this idea that somehow
you're saying though he needs to break away from it. So if he's doing just fine, then why does he need to break away?
Eventually it becomes family business. I'm not saying he needs to get away for the sake of his career. He will move on to other challengers and the Samoans will work it out. That's all I was saying. I don't think Cody's being hurt by this at all. Huge pop when he signed the contract tonight. People are into it. They're 2 big superstars. Like you said, Rock Austin. Hogan,
Ultimate Warrior. Side of he can't stay here. You can't stay here. You need to move away from this. You need to have, like you said, an exit strategy out of this. This is going to become the Bloodline storyline. And if the longer Cody stays here, the more he becomes the afterthought.
But he doesn't feel like it.
I'm not saying he does now, but I'm just.
But again, ultimately, the story they're going to tell going into War Games is the Bloodline stuff. That doesn't hurt Cody. Cody's going to do his business. He's going to work through this, and then you'll have your blow off where Cody moves in another direction, and the family moves in their direction. So I don't see.
And we thought we had that tonight.
I thought they did it very well of why he didn't leave it. Roman actually needs him. Roman of all people need Cody. Cody doesn't need Roman. Cody said, no, I'm out. Roman needs Cody, not the other way around.
Roman got 27 cousins and brothers and everything else that he could have.
Why didn't he go get one? Why didn't he go get one? No, he handed the contract to Cody. Come on, Cody, help me.
Timing. As Jordan Grace picks up the win, so they flushed that Dookie too.
But you just watched a really good match. I know you tried to avoid it, so you didn't have to admit it. But it was a really good match.
Tai Chi.
It's a really good match. Wendy did fucking awesome. And there's Rosemary. Let's go. Rosemary taking out Jordan.
Right.
What a match. Grace retains. Let's go. And
screw you, Anthony. I just
as
want
they
to
are
pop here
fucking her
real
up.
quick.
Oh, look at that silly choke she's putting on Grace. This is so silly. No, doesn't feel silly. Doesn't feel silly. No.
I didn't even say anything. Like, I have you so going of I didn't even have to say anything, and you just started going with it.
I'm just waiting for the silliness.
I didn't say shit,
We're
though.
talking
I
about
didn't say
Rampage.
anything, and you're just going. I've got you fucking wound.
I'm not wound at all. I'm still got
really. You're out there calling. Oh, I'm waiting for the silliness.
Because again, you died on a hill that ended up being wrong.
Anything about this match, and you
were talking about Camille instead.
Tell me. All I said was Jordan Grace won the match, and you have proceeded to sit there and tell me how I avoided this match, how Wendy Chu's
anybody
doing silly shit. It's got a silly choke. I didn't say shit about this.
Wendy Chu will be a world champion of some kind. Ooh.
All I said was they.
You called her. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Anthony.
All I said. Yeah. That's all I said,
dude. You literally were watching Camille do an entrance, so you didn't have to admit that you were wrong about Wendy's Chu's performance. Die on all the hills. Awake. The echoing through the floor. And the shouting match. Yeah, there you go.
As I wanted to just
hey, father and daughter reunited.
Yeah, I had to turn it down because Santino popped like a motherfucker. No, I just wanted to pop here of shout out Chuck of actually my former boss in the channel and everything. Yeah, so shout out to homie Chuck. That's why I pulled it up.
Hey,
Cody
Chuck,
turn needs to happen. What?
Nothing. I'm fucking with you.
No, go ahead.
Say hi to Chuck.
I was trying to read the comment. You clicked away. If Cody's heel turn needs to happen now, at this point, that would be the ultimate swerve.
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it though.
It's the same thing with the Kevin Owens heel turn of who's he like, what's he a heel with?
Yeah, where does it go from there if he does?
Right now, the Bloodline's the heels. Heels. Need a new strain. Yeah, something. I need to refresh some shit.
Yeah. Ariana Grace and her dad. Good Toronto folk.
Yeah.
Look, the intelligence of this fucking person. Thank you for showing up and offering that. Thank you. What we just watched for the last 2 hours, cook the fuck on, Sai. So unless you got something to offer this chat, this is not the place to bring that nonsense.
Well, explain it. Show your work.
Yeah, show your work. Come up. Have an intelligent idea. Because it's just, are you 5? TNA has been very good. Yeah, what we've caught of it. I mean, again, TNA really should consider Thursday every month they do or every 2 months they do a special Impact. Doing the Friday night shows like this, it's a waste of time because not enough people are paying attention to it, and it's really good quality.
I need to sneeze, but this is 100% one of those of you go back and you like. I'm gonna probably rewatch Victory Road just because I know I missed shit and everything, and I know it was good. But like you said, and we've talked about it at this point, of you go toe to toes with Fridays, you go toe to toes with Saturdays. That's not your lane, and you're not gonna survive that. Stay to the Thursdays. Stay to sell out a Thursday, like we've talked about it, of pack out a 5,000 seat arena with 3,000, 4,000 people and everything, but do it on a Thursday where the only focus is on you versus splitting focus between a season premiere, a season debut, and you're losing there. Roman Reigns and Nick Nemeth, you're losing.
Yeah, and it's just I feel bad for the wrestlers because they are really putting on a phenomenal show. And it's just, again, you're not in that league, and it's doing a disservice to your product because if this was a Thursday night where there's no competition and people were tuning in looking for some quality wrestling, it really could help expand the fan base by having a show like tonight on a Thursday. More eyes, more availability. Now, this has come up a couple times in the chat. I haven't verified it, but this is the second person that said Def Rebel is done.
I can try and look on Twitter to try and confirm that, but yeah, I haven't seen anything as far as that. And I think if TNA was on Thursdays, they might start being able to challenge a Wednesday, but
Yeah.
at least a Friday for sure. But yeah, I mean,
undefeated, so we'll keep
to
showing.
me, what? What are you undefeated about?
Pretty good crowd at TNA stands. They sold out, Joe. They sold out.
And we're gonna move by whatever KJ said about being undefeated. But I wouldn't mind going back to the licensing songs and everything. They really need to drop Death Rebel. Like the noise had gotten so loud of you couldn't tell who was coming out without seeing the fucking name on the screen, because they were all just generic theme number 5, generic theme number 7.
Not every provider carries access. Yeah, but on the flip side, you could definitely run it on Triller on those Thursday special shows. And again, I just
think Plus.
Yeah, or look to a Sunday. Look for another day, but there's too many options.
Would you do it a Tuesday versus NXT?
Maybe not, especially when you're in bed with them.
CW, yeah. Fuck, that would actually really be, valid.
Right. Nick Nemeth has some of the best music in wrestling right now. There you go. Turn away from Rampage. I haven't put Rampage on yet. I was watching a really good women's knockout title match.
I've got the Undisputed Kingdom on Rampage as we're getting Kaz coming out right now.
Why is Kaz here? And
I don't know why he look like midlife crisis fucking.
When did Kaz take Johnny Morrison's fucking gimmick?
Just bad.
Timo Mundo coming to the ring.
Yeah, Timo Mundo. Oh, that's dope.
Smile Mark, Bison, Botanicals, Indica Hybrid, 23. Dude, you got to come up north. I'll hook you up with some 42, 43, 44. Again, yeah, come north. We'll get
but
you.
But don't worry. Right now on Rampage, I can hook you up with some beef. Because that's who we have coming out right now is just beef.
TNA has figured it out. And AEW can't. AEW does their shows in big arenas. 80% empty. Again, like this feels like an energized, packed building.
That's what we've said for the longest time is if AEW ran 5,000, 7,000 seat venues and sold your 2,000s, your 3,000s, your 4,000s, it's a whole different vibe than when you sell 2,000 at a 20,000 seat venue.
Yeah. The Hex are on Rampage tonight. Don't miss out. Maybe we'll see what I can do. News pages are reporting that Def Rebel's contract is up at the end of this year. WWE only has commented so far that they are aware of the criticism and have been made fans. Yeah, okay, so there you go. Just don't renew them.
Fair enough. What? The more I look at Kaz, he's out here just doing like a shitty Elvis impression. Like it's not even John Morrison. It's like if John Morrison did Elvis.
It's like John Morrison's Uncle Rico.
I used to throw the ball over that mountain.
Right.
The devil's lettuce. I prefer left-handed hippie cigarette.
I like the good old the pot. Like my grandma used to say.
Reefer, are you smoking the weed?
Yeah. Is that dirty reefer?
They off the weed.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to get some of you folks up to the north where we're fucking banging it out.
Well, no, we just need to be no longer hashtag not sponsored and everything.
Yeah.
If my great state of New Hampshire live free or die, actually decided to loosen its lips a little bit, we'd be good.
Yeah. My grandma still calls it the reefer. That's old school. I love it. The must be the ganja, the marijuana.
Yeah. As Moose, so cheap on the left hand side.
As Moose, one of the best entrances all of wrestling, coming out looking like a pro. 8.5 out of 10 for Vance. That's a fair rating. Vitamins.
Yeah, vitamins is the way to go. I like reefer or ganja. Well, speaking of reefer, we interviewed Grim Reefer, so go ahead and check that interview out. And that man was levitated 95% of that interview.
Yeah, well, I mean, the man lived up to his name. Like mid-intro, he was like, "It's a pleasure to be here."
Yeah, literally. There's so much of that interview that couldn't make it to air.
Come to LNY, it's legal. There you go.
Yeah, I know. I moved away from New York, and the fuckers made it legal after I moved away. You sons of bitches.
It's just baffling that it's illegal anywhere, but
it's a plant. The quote Cat Williams, it's a plant, and if you just so happen to set it on fire, there are some effects.
And kills, I don't know, what do we want to say, 98% less people than alcohol. So it's a weird thing. It's a weird thing.
It's fucking natural medicine, yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude. I was getting into product instead of front row. Moose looking like XL version of Bird. That's funny.
I'm talking to all three of y'all.
Just watching the stream and listening to you guys. Smackdown was a 10 out of 10. Dennis, thank you for that. Smackdown was good. It really was. It's legal.
Smackdown was fantastic. Smackdown was the best show of the week. 100%.
Actually, in my opinion, too much regulation. I can't speak to it.
Maybe we'll talk about that on a members only stream or something.
Yeah,
we'll get into the whole things of we've still got the Bacon Club and everything like that, which is nice little plug of make sure you become a member and everything like that. That's how you get access to all of those. If you want to talk football with us, you want to talk hockey, you want to talk all the nonsense and everything outside of wrestling with us, that's where we'll do that on the Bacon only, the Bacon Club streams and everything.
And being that I worked in that industry, it'd be fun to talk about, guys. So come to the members chats and we'll get into it.
The Memocrats, is that what you just called that? I kind of dig that. The Memocrats.
The Memocrats. Nick for the win. Yeah, I think it was. I don't think anybody took Moose on this one, so this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah. Well, it makes you question now because the system
keeps winning.
Tag team champions earlier, so it makes you question things.
What do you think of Raw temporarily moving to 2 hours? I wish they would permanently stay 2 hours. 2 hours is better. I don't want to see anything more than 2 hours.
But do you lose on using the roster that you have if you cut it to 2 hours?
Maybe.
And well, you do 2 hours, and this week it goes 2.5. Next week it goes an hour and 95 or whatever. The following week it goes 2 hours and 15. If it's that varying level, is that a play?
Again, I mean, that would be their thing to figure out. But again, a 3 hour program is a long program. And again, I'd rather have 2 hours of quality with all like quality standing without, some filler in there to get to that 3 hour. They've done it well with the 3 hours. My preference would be 2. 3 hours plus should be a pay-per-view.
Valid, fair. But I think that to me, it's almost that they've done so well recently with 3 hours. I don't mind if they stayed with it because they've been handling that really well.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's more, sorry?
That's a really good argument. That's a really strong argument of like, they've been doing good though.
Yeah, so I think it's you see how it goes. We're going to get it from October to January because that's part of what kept it on USA Network. And I think probably when we go to Netflix, we'll go to the 3 hours again because I think they've done, like I said, they've done well with it. And at least they'll start there. And if they dial it back, they dial it back. But this 2 hour run from October to January is going to be a big tell on how they go forward. If they can do well with 2 hours, then they'll stay at 2 hours. If they feel like they're not getting enough in, what have you, then maybe they go back to the 3 hours because they recently haven't done well or haven't done bad with the 3 hours, I'll say.
Yeah, I mean, that is the very valid response as far as like, if they do it well, then maybe it's not so bad.
Right. Well, and especially if you're going to actually get advertisements and everything, like if you do 2 hours, no advertisements, like on Netflix, that's a bit different than if you do, your 2.5 hours. Could you settle at 2.5? I know we're like bidding out here, like this fucking Shark Tank. Will you take 2.5?
Yeah. SmackDown way better than All Out by a country mile. I was more entertained for the 2 hours of SmackDown than I was for a bulk. And again, a packed house, 10,000 plus. I know some fans don't want to admit it. I've begged AEW fans to be more honest about their product. And if you think your product is that good, buy tickets and cheer at the show, because a lot of the fans in the building are pretty quiet. And we saw that. Go side by side. Cage match and cage match. One was uber quiet and one was fucking jacked, full of energy.
Yeah,
That's
really interesting of how when it comes to, you know, I can cheer for it online and everything, but when it comes to, you know, actually putting boots on the ground and let me buy a ticket and go out there and everything. Funny how that kind of falls by the wayside here.
Yeah. Where's all these fans? Why, if AEW is so fucking fire, and again, I hate doing this, but if it's so fire right now, why are y'all not filling the fucking buildings? Why are you not filling the buildings?
But again, it's still, I think it's a bit of the issue, like we've talked about, is we've still got Moose and Nemeth. We've got the Undisputed Kingdom parading around Roddy after he just beat Meat. He beat his Meat, and now they're parading him around. But when you run a 5,000 seat venue and sell 3,000, it feels way bigger and it feels way louder and it's way more impressive coming off than when you fucking do this big arena and sell 2,000 seats.
Yeah, but even that, like, okay, that's an issue. But my question to the fans out there, we've seen video, and we can bring it up, well, we can't, and share it. But we've seen hours and hours of footage. We've been live for it, Nick, where AEW's had a full 8, 9, 10,000 people in a building. Arthur Ashe, they packed. You know, we've seen them. CM Punk's debut, Chicago's blowing up. So if they used to sell 8, 9, 10,000 tickets, and now they're only selling 2,000, and all these online fans are saying it's the best thing in wrestling, and the WWE is boring. Well, one, why are you not filling those bills? Where are all of you guys? Where is everybody?
Yeah, well, it's like when you see like a really good rating for a movie, but the ticket sales and everything are just trash and ass and everything. Well, no one's buying. Like, you can get fucking $5 tickets for a fucking Wednesday matinee and shit like that because no one's fucking showing up to watch this shit.
Yeah,
that's where it's like one thing doesn't match the other. So are you really for it? So then put your money where your mouth is and show the fuck up for it.
Yeah, and then in addition to that, if the cage match on Saturday was amazing and one of the best matches ever, and why was the crowd so quiet? Why were you hardcore fans not on your feet the way we saw people on their feet tonight? Where was that? We watched it. They weren't doing it. Where, even during the Bryan Perry match, where was the energy? Where was the people losing their mind?
It was getting choked out in a plastic bag.
Yeah, shit. It means NXT will be more. And MDB, I agree with you with Moose. He's an awesome pro, so he goes all out.
But we do on Rampage, we have the Hex, who I'm actually big fans of. I've always liked, Pinky out. But we've got the Hex taking on Harley Cameron and Saraya.
Yeah. Did someone say Nick for the win? I hope you're not saying in wrestling court.
Oh, fuck you, Ken.
You son of a bitch.
Hey, at least I show up all the time, willing to defend my clients. I may not be the Stephen Pinu when it comes
to Lionel Hutz.
Right. I exactly am Lionel Hutz. I am, more Punk. Now, sorry, you got it wrong. And I had the apostrophe and the question marks, everything. Yeah.
Right.
Hi, I'm Troy McClure. You might remember me from such wrestling court cases as who's more over, CM Punk or the Bug?
Triple H proved 3 hours can be worked well, but Vince's version that again, Geekbox, that's perfect, and I think that's what Nick was saying more than I was. So I could kind of be swayed.
Well, we talked about this at the beginning of everybody still has a little bit of that Vince mindset when it comes to WWE still stuck there. So we need to kind of Vincectomy that out of there.
Yeah.
Really get to he's gone. He's not coming back. The boogeyman is away. Pennywise is done. We've defeated fucking Jason on Friday the 13th. Of the boogeyman's not coming back. So now we're in the era of actually good wrestling. Of this is what we all asked for, is Triple H to be in charge of creative. So let's try and embrace the shit.
Yeah, I think that the only counter to any of that thought is, to me, like, for my opinion, it's not necessarily. I just feel like I'd rather stop watching wrestling at 10 p.m. on a Monday than 11. Like, maybe I'm just getting old.
No, and that's fine on a Monday, especially too. Like, we got work on Tuesday, motherfuckers. But I think that's why, like, the 2-hour window that they get to test run it between October and January is going to be really there. So do we stay here? Do we go back to the 3? How do we fuck around with this? And also, depending on how Netflix is going to present this, are they going to have commercials? Are they not? It's going to be, I hope the first couple of lives go really well for Raw on Netflix, because that's the thing, is like we've talked about, if they're new to this, so if they fudge out and all of a sudden Raw is off the air at, an hour in, holy shit, will the fucking Twitterverse go on fire.
Okay, fair enough. Misfit made me laugh with this one, and I did see this, and I fucking loved it.
Oh,
hey man, you fucking moron, a complete and utter fucking moron that I had to deal with over the last couple of days. But there was a fucking serial killer on the loose, and that's why people didn't go to AEW. That was the fucking reasoning given by an absolute fucking moron who can't break 25 people in his lives. It is fucking embarrassing. But literally, did you guys not do the research? There was a serial killer in Kentucky. Fuck and off all the way.
Motherfucker, I was on stream with a fucking guy on the loose on the same street as me. Fuck off. I've been out here with the cops knocking on my goddamn door. Right. I live in the ghetto, the hood, DA hood. Like, and I get it. And to me, it's just, I'm valid as that may be at this point.
Not
whoever I don't care either way, but I'm just saying at this point I'm just sick and fucking tired of excuses. Honestly, of just shut the fuck up. And either you fucking show up or you don't. Yeah. Stop with all of the goddamn excuses. The Westminster dog show's on, the presidential debate's on, fucking women's softball in fucking North-South Korea's on. Like, who gives a flying fuck about half that shit? Because it doesn't cross over on any sort of fucking audience, but you want to sit there and keep making goddamn excuses for shit. Sometimes just be honest. Be honest and admit sometimes some shit ain't great. That's the only way you want to actually fix this. You really want this to be as best it can? Be fucking honest. Quit lying to yourselves.
Yeah. And then and then calling people that don't agree with your bullshit idiots. That's the other part. Like, again, the people that
accept criticism.
Well,
it's okay.
You don't have to agree with me. But again, usually what we're met with is the name calling, the childish angle, that kind of approach of, you don't. Oh wow! Nemeth threw a table.
No. Sorry, my eyes just kind of rolled over white with all of that. The
what?
No, I was saying with me just going on a whole tangent, so I was just a pause because I just kind of went on some shit. So yeah.
In answer to your question, it's simple. Yeah, no, I got that one. That's funny as hell. I'm not saying Rob will go 6 hours, but example. Yeah, again, they'll have flexibility. I think there'll be a lot of experimenting.
We'll get a mini series, 6 1-hour episodes of Monday Night Raw.
Right. Why is Soraya arguing with a fan in the front row? She does that all the time. That's one of her things, and it's fucking whatever.
No, because that she can hear the fan clear as day, because there's only the first row and the second row and the third row. They're in a fourth, fifth, and sixth. So she can hear that fan clear as day because there ain't nobody else there.
Yeah. Minnie Willow, that's funny. I know exactly who you're talking about. That's fucking hilarious.
Whoa.
Minnie Willow, one half of the Hex.
Yeah.
There's been many times the third hour of Raw lost me, and I stood on this channel listening while chatting on Facebook. So many matches are repeats of repeats. But that to me is older, and I've been very critical of that boring third hour, or where they would make the second hour fucking sleepy.
Paymaster. One, two go. Sorry.
Like Nick said, they've done a lot better in recent memory. That's the thing.
Yeah, and it's still like we've been out there of the Wyatt Six. It is ended up in the first hour because the fatal 4-way for the IC belts in the last hour and everything. Like, again, we all I think need to kind of collectively have a vasectomy on all of this. And again, we need to realize he who shall not be named. This is we'll all have a Harry Potter moment of he who shall not be named is not coming back anymore. So we can just enjoy the good times now of wrestling.
Here comes the system. The system back. Eddie and Alicia are here fucking with Dolph.
I swear to God, TNA just listens to us because they just caught on to how much I hate Alicia Edwards and just were like, we'll put her on every other segment of this fucking
not
show.
Even wearing pajamas.
Don't worry, because the other one that they had in pajamas, I don't like either.
Joe.
Back.
How did I do that? Take that back. Fuck's sake. Jamie Hayter looks straight out of the Mod Squad. Is Jamie Hayter on Rampage tonight? That's depressing.
No, they had her.
No way.
1, 2 go.
Woo.
No, they had her little like stuffy fucking clip thing pop up as like that you can buy on the merch store while they had the women's tag match here. As I've got Konosuke Takeshita, the best goddamn wrestler that they should be using.
Soraya always gives her hell. Her old man's a punk. No, Soraya just not what she used to be. And again, it just is what it is. Moose got the belt. Moose got a belt.
Right. Oh, Mike Santana grabs it.
Oh my God. They've had issues, so looks like
Mike Santana's done so well since he's joined Impact, honestly.
Very much so.
He's beating the shit out of
a few weeks back. He's kind of like the Sami Zayn.
Yeah, Dirty Dango.
What? Oh my guy. What are you saying?
I was saying how Mike Santana was beating up Dirty Dango.
Oh, okay. It reminds me of the EP of Raw, where it was Roman and Seth versus KO and Jinder in the tag match last an hour. My brother and traveling, where it goes, what the fuck are they doing? Yeah, again, I think we've got away from that though, right? So,
right. Moose with a kick out as I've got Action Andretti coming out right now on Rampage.
What a fucking match between Dolph and Moose.
The TNA is so underrated on what they actually put out there, honestly. And it does kind of fall they're a victim of circumstance of they go on Wednesdays. They go against a lot of stiff competition that really, like, if you're not going to focus on it, you're going to miss some things. But 100%, they have a stacked fucking roster.
Yeah. Anthony, never mind Anthony.
Okay. As I've got Action Andretti versus Takeshita on Rampage, and I've got Moose and Nick Nemeth. Oh, Nemeth knocks Moose off the turnbuckle, but he hooks up. Super Blanks
holds on.
Oh, turns the powerbomb into a fucking Fairmaster, and the way Moose sold that, I mean, he toppled over like a goddamn teeter-totter.
Oh, wait, they got the ref. The system continue to be a pain in the ass. The match cooking. We've been spoiled tonight.
Literally, we had a full course menu of Friday Night Smackdown, and we're just getting like that nice little sorbet, that palate cleanser there. The nice little nightcap here with TNA.
Nick Nemeth not happy.
What is he petitioning for, though? Is he petitioning to not have them thrown out?
Well, I think he's saying I had them pinned. Get rid of yeah, there you go.
Well, he looked like he was arguing with the ref is all. So that's why I'm like, is he petitioning to not have them thrown out?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Chuck, I don't know how, maybe I don't underappreciate him. Maybe others did. But again, a phenomenal wrestler. And I think, whoa, JBL!
Yeah!
Right from
hell! Again, we started off tonight on one screen, we had the Hardy Boys, and on the other screen, we had Triple H. Now we're going to end the show with JBL on the screen. What is wrestling in 2024, and why does it just keep wanting to scratch that nostalgia itch for me?
JBL, holy shit. Yeah, no, man, it's crazy. Welcome to SmackDown night. JBL's like, I'm going to TNA.
Yeah, we had the APA tonight. We had Ron Simmons on SmackDown. We had JBL on TNA. Yeah. What you're seeing now is an old man who's trying to get out of heaven now.
Big clothesline by Moose. Another spear. No way.
No. Two out.
JBL saw Jeff Jarrett's last. There you go.
Right.
That's amazing. This is crazy. Haters online either call me a mark or tell me I live in my mother's basement. Yeah, again, it's kind of like a go-to. And my favorite part is when you're being told by a person that is in their mom's basement to get out of your mom's basement. That's the best part. There's too much hate. That's why we started this channel, Trek. We wanted a place where people we argue with each other. We argue with the chat, but we don't block you or call you an idiot just because you disagree. Every once in a while, I might tell someone to remove their head from their ass, but that's just me being me. But other than that, I mean, again, we want to have open dialogue. And the go-to, we saw an asshole pop up in the chat a couple hours ago of, we have a great SmackDown, WWE sucks. So what? Like if that's all you got, fuck off. You're wasting our time.
Explain your shit.
Right.
That's the thing, is you could have an entirely different opinion to us. Mm-hmm. But if you could at least try to explain yourself, I hear you out.
Yeah.
Christ, we do it even with each other.
Mm-hmm. I didn't like All Out. I didn't like the main event. And just because we felt that way, that we didn't like it, we were called nerds this week. We were called fat. We were called dumb. We were called kid. Again, no intelligent counter argument. Just you were this because I don't know how to put together a fucking proper sentence.
I can't come back with an insult, with a comeback or an actual coherent point. Yeah. So I have to just take that. Let's be honest. Dumb, fat, stupid, all that. I hear that on a daily basis.
Tell me something I don't know.
Right.
Nemeth retains and still your champion. What a fun match. And Dolph not losing makes sense.
100%, and especially because they took their time putting the belt on him, so you're not going to take it off him that fast.
Look at that. We love Spaz. Spaz has been amazing.
Right, absolutely. Well, we love everybody that's watching with us, that puts us over, that shouts us out, anything like that. Spaz, Geekbox, fucking everybody and anybody.
Y'all accept my knee pad. That's cute.
You said that so it's sarcastic, like a mother. That's cute.
We like your knee pads, MDB. Those knee pads are welcome around here anytime.
those knee pads might hang over my bedroom door from time to time.
Right. I like that. Now, does anyone come out?
I don't know. Saying a product sucks without an explanation is eerily similar to a lingerie shop without a front window. I mean, if the lingerie fits, you must wear it.
Right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, another wrestling show in the books. I believe another one's about to end. I don't know what the fuck's happening over there.
I got you. We got Action Andretti and Takesha in picture. But yes, Big Mike out there even saying I'm a member of several Raiders channels. Hopefully, Oakland, not Viking. But several Raiders channels, and I always share you guys and talk about you. 100%. You're doing yourselves a disservice. You're being a bad friend if you're not out there spreading the good gospel of Wrestling for Life Network out there.
Yeah, no, we appreciate all the love, guys. We really do. We want to see this grow. We want to keep doing this. We have a lot of fun doing this, and we appreciate it. And we really do. We watch more wrestling than anyone else, and that's why when people come at us with weak opinions, especially online, it's just a waste of time. You get eaten alive.
Well, and we aim to be one of those of we'll watch so much wrestling and everything so we can say everything from a place of knowledge, from a place of understanding of cool. You want to say we're WWE marks because we say this or whatever about AW. Cool. Well, let's go back to where we were rating AW top of the fucking power rankings for weeks on end, to where we cover Rampage and Collision, to where half these other content creators won't watch it. All that. Okay, well, we're AW marks because we actually like some of the stuff and everything. Well, we're out here for anything and everything WWE and all of that. We're out here for GCW, XPW, TNA. The list goes on and on. Like, we come from a place of knowledge when it talks about this shit.
No, absolutely, absolutely. 8.5 on TNA. If you guys want to quickly throw some thoughts about TNA Victory Road in the last couple minutes, we are going to call last call and check it out real soon and real quick. So get those last thoughts in. I don't know if I can fairly give a mark, but what I did see out of TNA, it was like a solid damn show. The two main events, or the last three matches, were phenomenal. That we were able to kind of keep an eye on. It looked really good from what I did catch.
I'll go 8. I will say 8.
All right. TNA was good. SmackDown was mid. Bonkers, what did SmackDown lack tonight for you? What made it mid? Because almost unanimously, it seems like SmackDown killed it. So
100%, yeah.
Motor City Machine Guns have signed. That's been the long-standing rumor, folks, and apparently we will see them in NXT sooner than later.
And it fits. It fits. We've talked about that enough. I like the next comment though from Eco of who was your favorite mid-carders growing up?
I mean, again, most of the mid-carders ended up being main eventers. So, like, I mean, who really got stuck in the middle? And
D'Lo Brown.
D'Lo's a good shout. I mean, I named my fantasy football team after D'Lo last year. So
yeah, D'Lo was fucking dope as hell. Would you count X-Pac? Would you count X-Pac?
X-Pac, maybe, yeah, because he never really kind of went to the heights.
Test is badass.
Yeah. If you go across the aisle, I think that, like a guy like Raven was a big favorite of mine. That was that's expanding my kind of argument.
Well, that's mid WCW, but top guy ECW.
Yeah. 8 out of 10 knee pads. 7.5 out of 10. 8 out of 10. KJ White and Big Nick, Kevin Gibbs, Wrestling for Life, all the stars. Thank you, Kevin.
We got 5 stars. 5 star.
You guys rule. Everyone in here is amazing, and have a wonderful night, everybody. Trek, we appreciate you. We love it. 9.5 for Victory Road. Anthony and all the giggles tonight. Like 5 hours of solid wrestling for Anthony. Loved it all. That's amazing, sir. It was a good night. But that's good. 9.5, eh? Woo.
I'd have to rewatch, but like I said, right now I feel like I can stand solid on an 8 for that show.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of there with you because there was stuff I missed. Like I didn't catch parts of it because there was chaos going on everywhere.
Right.
But I mean, again, like the stuff I saw early on, and then the last few matches that I really caught more of, I thought were really, really strong. So, a lot of surprises. I mean, JBL showed up. That almost gets a bonus.
If just on what I caught is a sign of what the show is, then at minimum a 7.5, 8, easy.
Yeah. Wrestlers kicking out of finishers happens too often. Things like the tombstone get used as transition moves now. Bothers me. Time and place though. A main event like this, and your champ kicks out at 2 finishers, I'm okay with that because it's that guy. He's the guy that can do it.
Yeah, and it's still. Are we past the age of moves protected? Like honestly, like the only move that's left protected is honestly like the deep 6 or
one winged angel.
That's still getting close. That's there. The Rainmaker is a bit there, but yeah, the end of days, like Corbin's moveset is somehow like the most protected moveset in pro wrestling.
All right. 8 is good, Nick. Yeah, it is. 8 out of 10 is really good. Anthony, just letting you know.
But if it's 8 out of 100, then you.
Somebody asked what cage match was better this week.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah, it's not even a fair comparable.
One was the match, and one was
a stunt show.
Fucking freak show. Yeah, a stunt show.
Again, I think, again, we don't have to go too far into it. It takes more than just stabbing each other with stuff to be a cool match for me. Sorry, maybe I'm a different breed. But tonight's match was a wrestling match that happened in a cage. Perfect.
I want to watch a match because I want to watch the match versus I want to watch spots.
Yeah. Yeah. And they weren't.
I watch a game because I want to watch the game versus I want to watch highlights.
Mm-hmm. And if I want to watch guys staple each other, I'll put on a fucking old episode of fucking Jackass. Like, I mean, again, and if you're going to do it, make it exciting, right? That Anthony, all the fucking happiness. False finishes have become overdone. Again, I like a good false finish, but again, it shouldn't be like finisher, false finish, finisher, false finish, finisher, false finish.
Right, but I've got now Star Wars and how fitting. I swear to God, if I get A New Hope right now, as we got the 5 out of 5 between Carmelo and Andrade tonight. Oh, I got episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. So
yeah, Lisa, I don't see that because it would be a death wish. There'd be no point. You get murdered. You'd be wasting your time and money to put a show up against Monday or Friday. It would be dumb.
You know who tried that? TNA. And they fucked that up. You know who also tried that and actually did pretty well for about 83 weeks and then proceeded to get their shit handed to them. It's called WCW. So you're not gonna succeed being a new wrestling company going at the fucking giant in the room. You're gonna do better establishing your own lane versus trying to go toe-to-toe with the Titan.
Absolutely. And I agree with you, Big Dog. That, again, one of my OG faves, so that's a good shout. Episode 9. I don't know, we're at 9 now. Have a great night. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're good to tap out. 3.5 hours have been eclipsed. But SmackDown off to USA with a bang. We even had an overrun. We had blood. We had cages. We had Romans. Cody's bad blood setting up beautifully. TNA, great job. Rampage, who cares? But all of that. But folks, we will remind everyone we are back on Monday. Miss us while we're gone. We're going to take some downtime, and we will be back here for Punk returning. So Punk returns, we return. It's going to be a fun one. In the meantime, check out all our socials. Check out our shows that are up in the chat or are already in our library. Go check them out. We got new episodes coming. Like I said, the Wing Show is upon us, plus Wrestling Court and everything else out there. Go check it all out. But
plus Anthony's review and everything tomorrow for Impact. And absolutely, he might just be doing this all in the haze. But yes, 100%. We got anything and everything out there. We're on a 48-hour break here, but our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you talk about that wrestling, you're able to put that for life with it.
See you on Monday. Have a great weekend, and see you on the flip side. Good night.